It may be a unanimous, yes. But it's not a unanimous. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Legends of Logomancy, the best TTRPG stream this side of Monday nights from Canada. And I've gotten everybody except for Amanda loaded up. Because
missed one.
I had one job and I was distracted.
You're fired.
And alone. Wise. Oh, Amanda's there. There she is.
There
I can see her on stream. Excellent.
Hey.
I made it.
It continues. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Living the dream?
As good as you can be on a Monday.
That's fair.
Coming down off the weekend high,
We did have an excellent weekend.
We did.
Let's be fair. I fully committed to the bit this weekend, and I've branded myself with my own logo.
Amazing.
Wow.
It turned out really good. And Carly, Andrea Swab at Incubine did the work. Lightest tattoo I've ever had. Like very, very soft hands. I barely felt any of it.
Amazing.
Yeah. The chest piece, that totally sucked. The arm, nothing. She's just like do. Might as well have been a Sharpie.
Wow.
Carly got some Wicked ink as well.
I did. I got a ghost. Can't really see him.
Yep.
Aww.
Inside a flamingo.
That's amazing.
Like
it was impulsive. I shouldn't be trusted with money. What we learned this weekend.
Was there an inspiration behind that, or was it like
not even a little bit? I like ghosts and I like flamingos.
Thank you, Destiny.
So I was like,
does somebody still own a house phone?
Wow.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Also,
I have a 90-year-old in the house that needs it.
That's fair.
Okay, but you guys have seen like the TikToks though, where someone's like, "What if we had a phone for our houses?" And like, you didn't take it with you, just stayed in your house, and everyone's like, "Excuse me, what?"
I feel called out.
Had that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep it on the wall in the kitchen, and it'll just have a really long cord on it.
I do miss that though, where like you didn't feel that obligation to always have to answer your phone.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, if I don't answer my phone, my friends are like, "Are you dead? Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah, no. Grandma has ADHD, so she needs a cordless phone in every room because she's going to lose it if she goes into another room and doesn't know where it is.
Why not just have like a 65-foot phone cable?
Because it's a tripping hazard.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Well, that's why they make the roly roundy ones. You just let it go.
She would still wrap herself up in it, like guaranteed. She is chaos incarnate. She's like the rogue goblin of the family.
Oh my god.
We had a one of those like rolly assist ones where you click it and then it tightens back up again.
Oh, like a dog leash?
Yeah, same sort of idea. Yeah.
Okay.
You extend it all the way and then you pull it a little further and it'll retract. Yeah. It's a good time.
If Grandma had that in her phone, I probably would just mess around with her and hit the retract on her while she's on it. See how far I can drag her.
No, it was a good weekend. We met a lot of cool people at Expo. Calgary's always a good time. It was Carly's first comic expo.
Oh, it was amazing. Had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Lived my dreams.
Met a new husband.
I did.
A new one.
Yeah. Actually, no. The reason we went actually was like, well, to see James. Obviously, that was my number one reason. It wasn't Neil Newbon. It was James.
Number two.
Yeah. No, I went for James, not Neil Newbon.
I was about to say, is it Neil?
It was.
It was. I'm just gonna say
my friend was his driver this time. Got
Amazing.
some tea.
He seems like a really cool guy. Like he's a chill, down to earth guy. Like really nice.
Carly had been waiting in line for like 2 hours for an autograph to get some magic cards signed.
Yeah.
And her husband and I had gone to get bags of tacos like you do.
Well, you guys didn't need to wait in line for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like I was committed. I was like, I'm here. I'm not moving. I made friends in that line.
We had just gotten back and there's hubby with 2 bags of tacos and I'm just standing out back with a giant lemonade and Neil Newbon stands up and he's like, "Where is Carly's husband?"
Okay.
Oh my god.
But like context. So like I go up to meet him and I'm like, I shake his hand, whatever. And like I had like every thought in my brain was gone, and I was like, I don't know what to say. So I was just like, nice to meet you. He asked my name, and then I made a comment about like how this is like crazy. I've never been to one of these before. Like this is the reason I'm here was to meet him and whatever. I said I've already like lost my husband, so Lord knows how the day is gonna go. And then he goes, "Is Carly's husband anywhere?" And then Steve's like, "Yeah, I'm right here." And he's like, "No, no, no." And then
There's a parting of the seas of like Asterion and Karlach and Shadowheart cosplays, and here comes
yeah, my husband
hubby just
right
stepping in.
But also he's 6'4", so he does tower over a lot of people.
Yeah.
So he's just like right here, and then like Neil's like, "Is that actually your husband?" I'm like, "It is, it is." So it was a great story. But yeah, like
it was a good time.
Just seemed like a really, really chill guy.
And then you cropped husband out of a picture.
I did not. Google,
The
Samsung
phone
did.
did that.
Yeah.
Samsung did that. It was not me.
You
Oh,
just
That's on
agreed to
Samsung.
it and set it as the background. Like, yeah.
I did. I said, okay,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
We're all right
I
with
see
this.
nothing wrong with this.
And I met the
Consent
little
is
mermaid,
sexy.
which blew my mind.
Oh,
Like, went and got her autograph. I had to.
cool.
Yeah, live my dreams this weekend.
Did you come home with any memorabilia besides the tat?
I got like my signed pictures and my signed Magic the Gathering card, and a lot of stickers.
Nice.
And the apparel of the year.
Oh yeah, I got like. Do you guys remember the house hippos?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Legendary
from
commercial.
Retro Kid, which I love their stuff. I always get targeted Instagram ads because they know me, and it was like House Hippo Athletics, and it looks like an old Root sweater. Had to buy that. Had to.
And I bought my wife an Akatar dress. If you know, you know.
It's in my shopping cart because I kind of want to buy more of those. That's a great shop too.
Is it Joyful?
No, it's K-pop, I think.
K-pop, yeah. They're a creator out of
K-A-Y pop.
Edmonton.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Because you got a Pokemon dress, didn't you?
Yeah, I wore it to work today. My students loved it.
Excellent. You know what I love? Shooting Billy the Goat in the face.
No.
No.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Let's pretend it did.
I dodged it.
Let's see
so
what
I dodged
happens.
it.
I dodged it.
I dodged it.
You headbutted it back.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. I am noticing that I do have a token in the action tracker. Is that legit, or was that just for like show?
That was just for show.
Okay, I'm just gonna move that back.
So actually this is a good point. Let's slow it all down a little bit. Not to quote some Tom Cardy here, but let's just bring it down. When last we left our heroes, Carly, what happened and why are you here?
I was here for a book, and my buddy died. What was my buddy's name? What's his face? Ergon died.
My buddy, what's his face?
Rip.
Died.
That guy.
Rip.
Sorry, I've got two different games going in my brain right now. So yeah, he died, and I was real sad about it. And this place sucks, and I'm freezing.
Yep.
And yeah, we went into his cabin and found some stuff. And we're trying to figure out this mysterious illness.
Indeed. You found yourself in Palebank Village, in the Graying Wildlands, just south of Eiselcross and north of Uthadern in Wildmount. And after realizing that your esteemed colleague had kicked the bucket and froze to death and turned into a literal like Elsa Anna situation, yeah, you pilfered all of his worldly belongings.
I wouldn't say pilfered.
I would.
Just
Borrowed.
She was
I'm
on
the
the
DM.
will.
I absolutely would say
She was
pilfered.
on the will. She was on the will.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
there
was
was
written in his diary.
There was a will. There was a will that was made.
There was.
Notarized, signed,
Yeah.
By the rogue.
seemed legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah, I like it. What else? Cohen,
Yo.
What are your esteemed notes reveal from last week?
Oh, so much. Cohen was sent by her father, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, to meet up with his old ranger buddy, Erlo, to investigate this mysterious frozen death. And so she and her assigned muscle and brains are accompanying her. And they talk to, what was his name again?
Elro.
Elro, that's it. I was like, I literally just said it. Who told us that, hey, there's a crazy lady with a limp, redheaded dwarf, I believe, named
Tulgi.
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 And we think that she's sus because there was a break-in in Buddy's house, and there's someone that with a limp decided to jump through a window and walk off.
Not all limping folk.
Not all limping folk, I guess. Okay, that's fair. Let's not target that one.
Yeah.
That's just an assumption.
You knew it was Tulgi. It's not sus because she has a limp.
We are just making assumptions. One of those assumptions is that she came looking for information on why she might also have this frozen curse or infliction. Unsure if it's a curse or a medical thing, but we figured we would go and investigate the shop, the merchant shop that might have sold her an item that gave her this infliction. And we're very close to solving this. Like half a day, maybe.
A really, really good game of Clue.
Yeah. We're professionals. That's why we're here.
Billy, what do you have to add to this? Go ahead, just read your notes. Let me know. Let me know how it turns out.
My notes are basically just a list of who we've met so far.
Yep.
Starting with
the best note.
Players themselves.
Yep.
And then Elroll, Old Elf Man, Quest Giver, Glass Blades, Local Police, Tulgi, ? I guess that was on the spelling.
Yep.
Dwarf has the disease and is ugly. Aragon, dead guy, we're using his cabin.
Yep.
And Mila is a glass blade.
I like it.
Also, note from, and then I left it blank because I was going to get the name and I never got the name, so I don't know who it's from. And that's 1,000 gold piece receipt, and then a bunch of things that I noticed someone else writing down, so I stopped writing after that.
That receipt was from Verla Pelk from Pelk's Curiosities.
I had a blank Curiosities. That's what was going on there. Yeah.
And
I
that
wasn't
was
sure
the
what
things
the word even said.
Yeah.
That was the things that Ergon sold to her, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including fucking blue vials, which he would have, for some idiotic reason, taste tested.
And a scroll case, a silver ring, a jade statue, and a dagger. And there's probably something else there that I didn't write down.
Standard adventuring fare is to sample potions to discern their use. Like a litmus paper. Licking the knife. Why have I done that?
Yeah.
Ash, anything extra to add from your notes?
I mean, I'd say my notes are just as good as everyone else's has been so far. I have very similar notes to everyone else. My add-on to Tulgi here, which we seem to be like ugly and limp and whatnot, is that they also have them veins, them blue veins.
Yeah.
Them veins.
And is a Trump supporter.
Okay.
Is a Trump supporter, yeah.
Is this canon now?
Does not trust.
Does not trust the government.
Yeah.
I like it. So you, after going through Ergon's stuff and finding a hidden compartment inside his journal that unfolded into a portable hole that was one half portable hole, one half elementary school giant parachute that you flap up and run under very quickly.
What color is like
The
what
book?
colors? No, like because like if it looks like a parachute, there's got to be like a color on one side of it.
Oh, it's rainbow underneath, but it just looks like a standard gray canvas on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just needed to know
Looks like
for
a
the
It's
picture
gayer
in
on
my
the
mind
inside.
palace.
big chunk of sailcloth, but once you get under, it's scintillating. Like
It's like the parachutes that we do when you go do the mushroom in elementary school.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Amazing.
That's it.
But it always stays up.
Yeah. You saw those footprints leading away from Ergon's place, directly to what you discerned to be Tulgi's cabin. And you decided, that can wait. Let's go check out Pelk's Curiosities tomorrow. And early in the morning, you got up, you worked off your hangover because you found 3 full 55-gallon drums of whiskey and did your
I
damnedest.
made 3 Molotovs.
Yes.
Nice.
In case you need to light anybody up. And decided to check out Pelk's Curiosities. Oh, you know what I should do?
Not shoot us.
I should get some BGM going. Just for shits and giggles. There we go. Whoomp. And I like it. So, you open the door to Pelk's Curiosities.
Jordan's mic is cutting out. We can't hear you, buddy.
Who's Jordan?
Isn't it Jordan? Billy?
Billy, yeah.
Brian?
Brian. Sorry, I don't know why I wrote Jordan.
Is that better?
Jordan.
I think I just had the gain turned down earlier when like dishes were being done.
Yeah,
That's
you seem to be coming through okay now.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was Casper Jordan on the Wednesday game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That said,
Where did I pull that name from?
you get to Pelk's Curiosities, and it's a large 2-roomed cabin, probably twice the height of most of the other buildings around. And Billy had noticed that the door is ajar, but is still also in fact a door.
Oh.
Jar
How
door.
is it both things?
And you gently nudged it open with a hoof to behold 5 elves standing amongst this ransacked shop. Broken debris all over the floor. The furniture, the shelves, the front counter have been smashed. The shop's wares are all over the floor. There's a door going to a back room that seems to be closed off. And as you entered and they turned and looked, one immediately raised a crossbow and fired, and the others went to ready weapons. Now, I'm going to get a marching order from y'all.
Well, I guess I'm front.
You're front and center. It's a 5-foot wide doorway. But what about the rest of you? There's like 3 little steps that go up onto like a little wooden porch that before going in.
I would probably be behind Billy. You know, we're here
Okay.
as the muscle.
I feel like
Yeah.
May would be behind. I'd be behind everybody with all my blankets, just kind of trudging
Like
my little frog legs.
all right. So Billy, Ash, Cohen, and then May.
May.
All right. Crossbow bolt fires. Let's take a look. That's a 21 to hit you. Does that hit your evasion? I think it hits your evasion.
Oh, wait, didn't we do the damage before?
Do you have any damage on your thing already?
I remember
have to go back and look.
marking an armor slot and reducing it down to yeah, I do have a damage. We did that one arrow and
Yes.
then we went into this.
and then the rest of
That's
them,
right.
they had each fired at one of us.
That's right. Yes. Bear with me a sec. I'm just going to open up all of your character sheets again.
I mean, their crossbows all jammed at the exact same time.
Yes,
That's what happened.
we
that's
don't have
absolutely-
recordings of it. Don't look.
Yeah, that's absolutely what happened. Yeah, all right. So taking Billy full in the goat, And they go pew pew. A couple go sailing past you, and let's see what hits Ash. I'm gonna say Ash and Cohen, but not May, because of the angles and all that jazz.
The tiny little frump of blankets.
Ash, that's an 11.
That misses.
That misses your
As I just-
evasion.
That misses my invasion as I
All
miss a
right.
little bit too quick and move my head out of the way.
Cohen, that's a 13 versus your evasion.
You're muted.
That is, yeah, no, that I will not evade that at all.
That's going to be 11 points of damage, Cohen.
Oh,
Which I believe
As
is
a major?
within your major. So mark 2 hit points, unless you want to burn an armor slot.
you know what? We're gonna go ahead and try to burn an armor slot.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and do that. It'll mark it down by 2.
Why can't I update my sheet? There we go. We're good.
Beautiful. I like it. There we go. Yeah, you find yourself like being accosted with these things as these elves are standing there, furiously reloading with a goat's foot. There's seems to be 5 of them. 2 of them have drawn short swords and are getting into position. The reason that I got 3 attacks off is because you guys gave me a whole bunch of fear right off the hop.
All of the fear.
All of the
I'm
fear.
sorry.
It's all good.
That was
Yeah,
all
one
good.
was mine too.
It's great. Don't even worry about it.
It's fine. We'll just not
Yeah.
be scared anymore, right?
Exactly. It'll be
That's
a
exactly
good
how it's
We'll only
time.
roll hope.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm just
I think I would
reading
react first
that-
with Billy taking that damage and me being able to dodge out of it.
Yep.
I do want to ask, what is our lighting condition inside this place? Have they kept it like dark? Is there shadows everywhere kind
There's
of thing, or did they
nothing-
light?
Illuminating the building itself, but dawn has sprung and there are windows, so
Mhm.
it's dim, but you're able to clearly see.
And has there been, like, with it being dim, and I imagine there being like rows of merchandise and whatnot, would you say there'd be shadows cast with the dawn light coming through and casting
Yeah,
shadows on?
I would say so.
Okay.
And like a couple, like there's rafters in the ceiling. Everything seems kind of shadowy up top. You've got a good purview for everything.
Okay.
About the only thing Ash can't see is what's behind that sealed up door in the back.
The sealed up door. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, seeing my friend Billy get hurt, I'm going to think a little recklessly first and go running in
Mhm.
to there, getting a little bit closer. They're all kind of congregated together, correct?
Give or take, yep.
Give or take?
They're kind of shoulder to shoulder. It's not a huge storefront. Think like 15 by 30 kind of deal,
Okay.
20 by 30.
Okay. So as I run in and get a little bit closer, it's almost like I'm grabbing for the shadow and pulling it and throwing at them as I'm
Mhm.
going to cast a spell, Shadow Bind.
Okay,
Cool.
I like it. And for the audience playing at home, what does Shadowbind do?
Make a spellcasting roll against all enemies within very close range.
Mhm.
Um,
That would
They
reasonably be all of them here,
Yeah.
if you're running steadfast
into them.
Yeah.
It totally says all it succeeds. I assume that means if it succeeds against, have their shadows temporarily pinned where they are, making them restrained.
All the abilities succeed against have their shadows pinned. Oh, it's pin from Final Fantasy. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, go
So-
ahead. Roll your d12 and add a +3 for your spell casting.
That is 15 with hope.
15 with hope. I like it. Bear with me a sec here.
Yeah.
Just checking
I have
on
to check all of them. Sorry.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, no, a 15's going to do it for all of these guys. They technically get advantage, being they have an advantage against magical effects. Because of some shenanigans. But they all end up failing, and they're all just like, ah! And they are stuck, as it were.
All right.
As
then-
you come in and you grab that shadow, and you throw these pins down, or these shadow needles down into their individual shadows, one of them still has a little bit of purchase, and he reaches up with a short sword to try and like clip you underneath the chin with it.
Okay.
That is a crit.
Ooh.
Lovely.
First
It is-
crit of the campaign?
First crit from me.
Oh wait, Danny had one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Fours.
So that's 16 points of damage.
I'm gonna mark an armor slot off on that
Take it
Down
down to
it.
major.
to take it down to major. Yeah.
All right, so mark 2 HP.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to burn another fear that I have. Actually, I'm going to burn the action that you just used. To... Because you came into the middle of all of them. And you attacked everybody. And you're kind of flanked.
Mm,
and they're
fair.
kind of like... One raises a hand crossbow to the base of your skull. And we're going to see how well that works out.
Before they do that, can May do something or no?
Absolutely.
As I see one of them go to raise it to the back of Ash's head, can I use my little frog tongue? And I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and try to pull the crossbow away.
Oh, I like that. Bear with
She's
me.
gonna see that and freak out and instinctually try to be like, no.
So you're a fair ways away for a long tongue,
Am I
but
too
if
far?
you like froggy hop into the room, that totally works.
Yeah, like I would. Because I'm assuming like I'd hear commotion and yelling and
So
Right?
like a
really got shot.
goddamn Greninja, you see these blankets right here that just like fall away, and there's suddenly nothing in it, and there's
little
suddenly a
frog body.
frog person like just like dabbing into the room.
She is classier than that. How dare you?
I'm sorry. Doing a curtsy into the room.
Yes.
All right, that's fair.
Okay.
Curtsy dab. Kerdab. Go ahead and roll a close weapon. So go ahead and roll your staff, basically.
Okay, so that would be.
Oh, wait. It's a finesse weapon. So go ahead and roll finesse, please.
Okay, so that's just.
You can just click finesse
There we
up
go.
at the top. Or roll 2d12 and add 1.
No.
What is it, Carly?
No. It's a 9 with fear.
Oh boy.
9 with fear.
I'm
Un-
sorry.
Unfortunately, this tongue lashes out, and they totally like pull it back to dodge the tongue, and they fire it, and using that fear that you've just generated, it fires up into the ceiling, and it hits the chandelier, and the chandelier goes to fall directly onto May.
Am I close enough that I can jump in and do my I am your shield,
I like it. Yes.
given my promise?
Cool.
Okay, so I
trusted
mark
you.
stress and I will take the damage instead.
All right. This thing's gonna fall. Given where it's at, May, I'll actually give you a chance, an opportunity here, Cohen. Go ahead and roll me agility.
Ooh, okay.
We're gonna see if you can
Nope.
push
Okay.
May out of the way or not.
That's just the standard hope fear dice.
Plus your agility. So 2d12 minus 1 for you.
All right. So it's 21 with fear.
21 with fear. So that gives me another fear. However, you successfully manage to push May out of the way as this thing just takes you in the spine.
Oh,
Oof.
You hear a little
Yeah.
ah.
Oh no! Wow!
But I can
Oh, the
reduce
humanity.
it by 2 with my strength.
Yes, you can. So this is going to be 14 damage.
So 12, but it's still major.
Yeah, that's still major. So you're going to mark
I
2
will-
hit points.
I'm going to use an armor slot to
Okay.
reduce that.
Okay.
And that's just a 1 then, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll take you down to 1 hit point.
Okay.
All right. So, what else you guys got? They're kind of like pulling. They're restrained. They're trying to deal with this thing that the rogue has done to them.
I feel like Billy would have a chance to recover by this point and run into the fray and try to pop a couple guys with the with his knucks.
I like it. So running forward, throw a token in there.
Yeah, I just did.
Perfect.
Who does any of them? Do any of them look damaged already?
Not so much. Nobody's technically hit them at all.
Okay, well then,
Just
whoever I guess is closest to me or to any of my allies, I'll just run up and try to pop.
All right.
And I guess I'm going to use my strategic approach,
Okay.
which is one of my cards.
I'm just gonna change up the background a little.
Sure. So it says, after a long rest, place a number of tokens equal to your knowledge trait on this card. There was 1 on there.
Mhm.
When I move into melee range of an enemy and make an attack roll against them, I may spend 1 of the tokens to choose an option below. So I'll spend a token. So I can either make the attack with advantage, or I don't add my character token to the action tracker for this attack. That seems pretty good.
Yep.
Or I add 1d8 to my damage. So I feel like I'm just going to make the attack with advantage.
There's something to be to consider here.
Yep.
After a long rest, place a number of tokens equal to your knowledge trait minimum 1, so you only have the 1 to use because your knowledge is 0.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of come out and try an ability and kind of showcase it.
Absolutely.
So I'll try to making it with advantage. So that means I roll 3 d12s.
Yes. So you roll 2 hope dice and 1 fear dice.
2 hope and 1 fear. Okay.
But you don't add all 3 of those together. You only add the highest of the hope dice with the fear die.
Gotcha. Okay, right on. So
Ooh,
they're the
nice
same.
sound.
But they're
Nice.
the same.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, the 2 hopes are the same. The
Okay,
fear
so-
is slightly different.
So that's not technically a crit.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 8 on the dice with my rings is a +1 agility.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 9 with hope.
I'd probably give you the option to add hooligan into this because
Oh, right.
fighting with brass knuckles is totally a hooligan sort of
Absolutely.
deal.
So 11 to their evasion.
And you'd burn so an 11 against their evasion, you'd burn that hope and then gain it back for succeeding with hope. And you step in and you crack them across the jaw. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. I'm also going to use my kick, which is on a successful melee attack. You can mark a stress to kick yourself off the target.
Yep.
Adding 2d6 to the damage and pushing either them or yourself out of melee range.
I like it.
So, I guess. Oh, okay. There's my damage. Is 1d10 plus 4.
It's technically 2d10 because sorry, did you not up your proficiency when you leveled?
Does that happen automatically?
No, it's one of the options that you have to choose.
Oh, I didn't choose it.
Okay, never mind then. So yeah, it'll be 1d10 plus 4.
Oh, I probably should have chosen that. That's okay.
Oh good. Oh good.
Well, then that is a 3 plus 4. and then it was 2d6 as well.
Yep.
So 7 magical, and then 10. I think that's physical, or no, to the damage. So okay, wow. So that's where the golden hooves come into play. Is when I kick them off. They're made of the same material as the knuckles,
I like it.
and they pulsate with a burst of magical energy, and it pushes them back.
I like
And
it.
I have to mark a stress for that.
This one that you kicked slides back. It certainly looks like it hurt. Drops the crossbow and pulls 2 knives, and
Mhm.
one of them looks like it's dripping with something as it pulls it out of a dagger sheath. I'm gonna burn 2 of these tracker coins, and I'll burn Hermes here.
Oh, also I have something with my warrior class feature called Battle Strategists.
Mhm.
It says after a successful attack roll, you can describe how you outmaneuver your target, then mark a stress to deal them a stress.
Okay.
So I'll do that as well. Just because, why not? I'm going to take a second stress.
I like it. They mark
And-
down a stress.
Yeah, I'd assume it's a little stressful for both of us, pushing off and doing a backflip off of him and having him careen across the room and land on his back or something.
I'm gonna say you kick him so far he like rolls over the back counter
Yeah.
of this
He's
shop.
pinned.
Restrained, yeah.
Shadow.
Okay, well then I'd kick myself back into like the
So
stairwell area.
He can be moved, but he can't move himself unless he does something about it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well then let's just split the difference.
Yeah.
So we'll push him a bit, and I'll come back a bit.
So I'm gonna burn 2 of the fear stoked up, and these guys just like they think for a second and they hold their hand out and they pull themselves away out of your magical effect. They're no longer restrained. And then I'm gonna burn an action token. And Billy, you're into the fray. You've got your hands up. You're ready. You're waiting, and you see a shadow like flicker across this well lacquered floor.
Mm-hmm.
And where that chandelier had fallen and just took Cohen right in the back and knocked her down to the ground, you see this shadow getting bigger and bigger and bigger as a 6th melee combatant comes down from the ceiling and tries to drive a knife down into the back of your spine.
Oh no. So he is attacking me within melee range right now?
He will be, yeah.
Just making sure.
That's a 19 versus your evasion.
Well, that certainly does it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 12 damage versus your thresholds.
Okay, so my major is 10. Now, if I spend an armor and reduce it by 2, it's still going to be 10.
So there's no point
no
in
point.
in reducing it this time around.
Right. So I take a mark 2
2 hit
HP.
points. Yep.
And now using my retaliation ability.
Which will take you an action token.
Okay. It says I may mark a stress to immediately deal weapon damage to the creature at half proficiency.
Yep.
Rounded up. So that's gonna take me a token to activate.
Yep.
Okay, so
Any ability that you have to use is going to generally take you a token, or if it has another extra thing, like you also have to spend hope.
Mhm.
Anytime that you're doing something cool, it takes you an action token.
Okay, well then it says I may also, okay, so I have to mark a stress and then immediately deal weapon damage to the creature at half proficiency.
So you're
that's
1d10 plus 4.
Right, okay.
Yep.
So that's a 10.
Perfect. So 14. You how do you kill this motherfucker?
Ooh, nice. As he drops from the ceiling and tries to, he stabs me in the back. I like fall backwards, and then when I'm on my back, I just kick upwards into the bottom of his jaw,
I like it.
and just basically uppercut him with the force of 20 men.
Everything goes slowly. It's like KO.
Yeah.
And he floats there and flies back and is
And his spine
is done.
pops out of his body with his head flying
Yep.
up in the air. Fatality. Okay.
What about everybody else?
Can I do something here?
Sure.
Yeah, I would like to as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
After
You guys
Same.
decide.
Yeah. So
Give me more tokens to use.
I've added one token in. So one guy has flown over the counter.
Yep.
And Billy has gone to deal with someone who appeared out of the shadows as well. So
Yep.
there's still about 3 guys near me.
Yes.
I want to
4
turn
technically.
4.
Yeah.
4. All right.
So there were originally 5 on the floor and 1 in the ceiling.
Alrighty, then I am actually going to do another spell here, Rain of Blades. I spend 2 hope to conjure throwing blades that strikes all enemies very close to you. Make a spell casting roll. That is 14 with fear.
All right. 14 will absolutely hit.
Everyone will take 12 damage.
Is that so a bunch of Slayer starts playing in the background. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And Rain of Blades, not Rain of Blood. What does it look like as this happens?
For this, it's more like these blades are coming off of me, so I kind of do a spin.
Yeah.
As blades just whip around. Because I was, for the most part, surrounded there because I put myself in a very vulnerable situation.
Yes.
Trying to protect everyone. So yeah, blades just fly out of me, striking the 4 people who are closer to me. It's some shadow blades might strike like the walls or something, then dissipate as they didn't hit anything.
Mhm.
Doing the 12 damage there. And then there's also one more thing I would like to do to get out of this situation.
So that 12 damage, they're going to mark armor slots
Bitches.
and use their Dexy nature and their leather armors to drop it down. That's going to be, yeah, they're all still standing, but it still looks like it hurt a little bit. Like you pin cushioned them. Right.
Right.
You said you had one other thing to do?
Yeah, it's more of a movement thing. It says I can mark a stress. I'm going to mark a stress here. And as I spun around, I kind of duck down and into one of the shadows I pin. I disappear through there and appear up in the rafters.
I like it.
Cool.
So throw another token into the thing for doing so. And May, you'd thrown one in.
how many people are left? 2?
So there's still 4 people in the middle of the room, and one dude that is on his back behind the counter that Billy sent reeling, and one dude is dead.
Oh, only one is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. May's gonna gets up. She's like shaking, trying to find her cards, and she's gonna take one and put it in her hands, and you see her whispering something to herself, and she does this, and then I'm going to send out Wild Flame.
Okay.
So I can make a spellcasting roll up to 3 enemies in melee range. So I'll get as close as I can and then send it out to them. A flame erupts from my hand, dealing 2d6 damage and a stress to any you succeed against.
All right. Which card are you using for this one?
Book of Tifar?
You've got Book of Iliad, Book of Ava, Book of Vagras.
I changed it because when I leveled up, I changed it.
Understood. I was looking at
Yeah.
your character sheet from before, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it still doesn't show, but I believe you. So, can you read that to me again?
All right, so make a spellcasting roll against up to 3 enemies in melee range of you. A flame erupts from your hand, dealing 2d6 magic damage and a stress to any you succeed against.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay. All right, new dice, don't fail me.
Looking to beat a 13 here.
11 plus 2 is 13.
That matches. All right, go ahead, roll
With
2d6.
hope as well.
All right,
That does
Markable.
anything, finally. That would be 8.
8. All right, yeah, that hits their major. What does it look like as you snuff the life from 4 humanoids?
Four of them.
4
Whoa.
of them?
Wow.
She's
I
just
weakened
gonna-
them.
Yeah, I
she's just
opened the
gonna
door.
Shoot the fire and just hope that everything goes well because she has no idea what to expect. She hasn't done this before. She's just learned it and wrote it down in one of her cards and just expends it. And it's just, you see her eyes go huge behind her glasses as she's, oh my gosh, what just happened? Like she's kind of trying to figure out what, like she didn't think it would be that intense.
You're suddenly very, very warm, and you're conscious of the screams around you as they just all and hit the ground and flail, and weapons clatter to the ground.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Don't
know.
apologize. Kill more.
Did-
That was incredible.
You've never done that
I
before?
love not lifting a figure. That was great, guys.
Cohen says from underneath a chandelier on the floor.
Thank you so much for getting me out of there. I'm gonna run over and try to help bring the chandelier, like move it off of her.
Things like, yeah, it takes a bit of doing. You hear a groan coming from behind the counter of like, oh.
One's still alive.
Oh yeah, you.
He's pinned.
Cohen,
should-
you want to finish the job or
Interrogate? Oh. Let's interrogate one of them. I say from the rafters.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
Also, there's
drop
like a
myself
door
down.
that we should probably check out. I'm gonna walk towards the door in the back.
All right. Yeah, it looks like a stout wooden door, big handle. Seems
Check.
to have a metal lock built into the door. Looks like
Is
it
it a-
takes an iron key of some kind.
Does it appear to be locked?
It doesn't
Sure.
seem to open.
All right. We'll
It is
start.
right next to the counter,
Uh-huh.
and you look down, and there's this elf like just on his back.
Yeah.
And slowly like pushing himself to his feet.
I'd probably just hoof him back down to the ground gently, just like put the hoof on the chest and just push him back down and just be like, no, not yet. Quickly, have you got a key for this door?
No, not my door.
One of the 5 of you.
I mean, somebody could probably pick it. You're really heavy.
Should we be looking around
Hey, he's
for?
big boned. He's big boned.
Not heavy, I'm strong.
Should we be looking for the person who owns this place?
What
You
did you
look
guys do
around.
to the person that owns this place?
Nothing at all.
Are you
Wasn't
Are there any
lying to
more
me?
of you?
Just us.
Why are you here?
I was told, and he like puts his hands up. Weapons are down at the ground. Says, I was told to come here, look for something.
Look for
What were you
what?
supposed to look for?
He's kind of looking around and sees like the murder machine that is the frog, and is like
just-
terrified.
As she's just
The
picking her
blankets
blankets
come
back up and like wrapping herself back up.
It's actually
Still
still like
issue.
uncomfortably hot in here.
She's a little frog. She's cold all the time.
Yep. I mean, from the 4 burning bodies that surround you. Murder frog.
Oops.
Oops. He like raises his hands and he goes to like get into a sitting position. And he's like, my boss, her sister stole something from here a couple of months ago. And now boss is sick. I don't know. We were told to come and trash the place and look for some potions and some scrolls and like there's a statue and a knife. We didn't find anything though.
That sounds like what was on the receipt.
Guys, that was on the list.
Who is your boss, and what is her sister's name?
Just like he has self-preservation in mind at this point. Julil, your sister's Tulgi.
Oh, makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All goes back to that damn dwarf.
Tulgi rolled the place a couple of months ago and got real sick, and now her sister seems to be sick too. Nobody's
No
seen
one heard
Verla
of-
in a couple of days, so we figured it was safe to come in and look for whatever it is that was making boss sick. I don't know anything else, I promise. I'm just, just here, working for the family.
You say Verla.
Verla
the owner?
Pelk is the owner of the curiosity shop that you're
Right.
standing in.
And
That is
she
slowly
hasn't been-
smoldering.
but she hasn't been seen for days.
She hasn't.
You have
I
any
know
idea
we
where
thought-
she's gone?
I mean, we got in here just before dawn, and I haven't heard anything. We figured she was just sleeping, but... And he kind of like gestures to the locked door over off to the side.
Ash, can you open that?
Why, of course. Why wouldn't I be able to? You said these bodies were still burning, right?
Yeah,
While this conversation's happening, can I just like do a quick walk outside, scoop up some snow, and bring it in and like just
That's-
start tossing it on the bodies?
that's just sensible. Yeah, there's like a big steel snow shovel outside. You just onto this well-lacquered wooden floor. Okay.
May's just not gonna look at what happened because she doesn't want to acknowledge the carnage that she just created.
It's okay, Carly. May can still smell it.
It's not sitting right with her.
Oh,
You kind of cut out
Lost
there.
your mic again.
Really?
your mic swapped there for a second. It was weird.
I have no idea what's going on with that.
Check in VDO, see if it swapped to your camera.
Don't worry, May. We'll find a new
Nope.
nickname for you. Killer, Pyro.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You were in danger, and I had to
Micro
help.
machine,
And I wrote that down. I saw it. It looked like an
darling.
interesting spell. I've never used it. And
It was a very interesting
I'm,
spell.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Technically, I give you one extra kill shot on it.
I didn't mean to do that.
Fire frog.
I thought it was pretty cool.
But
You could
Yeah,
burn
you
a whole
think-
house down like that.
But I don't want to.
well, why do you
I
think
don't want to hurt
grabbed
people.
the snow? But if you want this door unlocked, I can see what I can do as I pull out my lockpicks again.
May's got a new tagline. It's just MILF, making individuals light on fire.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That
Man, I
is the
love
new
frogs.
nickname.
Man, I love frogs.
Man, I love frogs.
We actually have a shirt on our store that says MILF, and it says, Man, I love firebending from our Avatar series.
Firebending
yeah.
frogs.
Yeah.
Firebending frogs.
There
Yeah.
we go. Right there.
The
She's-
layers. The layers,
Hey,
chat.
no, don't encourage that one in the chat. Don't encourage her.
So, what happens next?
I'll head over and try to pick the lock on the door if no one seems to have the key. I have keys for everything, so it just makes sense.
Go ahead. How are you going to do this?
As any great thief would, by using his lock-picking abilities
I like it.
and jamming a steel bar into it and finessely pulling it out.
Okay.
Finessely pulling it out.
Finessely. All right. Go ahead and roll to open the door.
Alrighty. And with this, I can use my thief, correct?
Burn a hope to do so.
Yeah. Finesse. And then I do have an ability that says I have advantage on any attempts to pick locks.
Oh, what's that one called? Pick and pull.
Pick and pull.
In this case, you do not have advantage.
Okay, this could be magical. Yeah, drop the
Kaboom.
advantage one. Yeah, right. I'm about to blow up here, guys. So this would be finesse, thief, but no pick.
Yeah. No advantage.
21 with hope.
Nice.
Yay.
All right.
I think.
You
22 with
successfully
hope. Sorry.
you successfully unlock the door, and you feel it click. And as the your pick's turn and the handle comes free and is about to turn, you see 6 little dots in the shape of a D20 illuminate on the door and start to glow this bright fiery purple,
It may.
and it shoots you directly in the face with an arcane barrage.
May, there's some magic shit over here. Y'all said this was just a lock.
And May, as you turn, unless there's something that you can do to intervene, this spell goes off and targets Ash.
I don't think I can. I don't think I have anything I can do.
So that's 7
I only
points
got
of
9
damage,
lives.
Ash.
I'm gonna burn an armor slot to make that a minor.
All right, you take 1 point of damage as it sends
I'm
you
sorry.
packing.
I have nothing. I can't do anything to help you. I don't know what to do.
I understand. You're all attack, you know. You're a killing machine. Just a killing machine.
This tells you something about Verla, potentially. Verla probably had some arcane leanings.
The
May
door's unlocked
you-
if someone else wants to try it.
May you look at the door, and the rune on it slowly starts to fade away.
Would I know what that meant?
Absolutely. So there's
Okay.
quite often wizards will use the arcane to lock certain things. So chests, doors, sometimes even powerful wizards can just lock and place barriers in midair.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite a rudimentary sort of thing. So even if somebody had the key to the room, without
would have went off.
without knowing the correct command word to bypass the trap, usually spoken aloud. Sometimes it's a physical thing where you touch a certain part of the door and it'll turn it off for, a minute or so. This is Verla's home and her shop. It makes sense that she'd keep the 2 areas private. They're separate.
I'm gonna walk up behind Ash and just go, Verla? Are you there?
No answer.
Guys, I'm nervous. What should we do?
I think it's safe to open the door now.
I take a step back.
Cohen did get up off the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I went and helped her.
She's currently kind of just standing there going like this because it stinks.
I think I'm just going to reach forward and, it's unlocked at this point.
Yep.
And just click the latch and push it open, pull it open.
And it opens into a small, darkened room. There's a little bit of light petering in through a skylight. That's just this stained glass, beautiful piece that was either probably constructed here or painstakingly like carried. Like it's all one big solid piece. It's really gorgeous. And it has this like sort of prismatic scintillating effect where the room is flooded with color through most of it. And as you step in, there seems to be a statue bundled beneath layers of blankets on the bed, but sitting up. And it is of an elf. She is
no.
buxom enough to give Cohen a run for her money. And made of solid ice. Transparent.
Oh no.
No.
Well, you're too late for that
no.
one.
There's a bed along the east wall of the room. There's a small table loaded with dirty teacups, and a kettle stands just like right next to the bed. Everything is cold. The cups themselves look like, there's a half a dozen or so. The little embers that would have been put into a brazier underneath the kettle, keeping everything warm, are long since cold. Probably at least a day.
It's
There
like
has to be
another
something
chaos.
in here causing that. Wait,
I don't think it's in her possession anymore.
you don't think so?
Well, first our friend, your best
Yeah.
friend,
Oh, yeah,
Um,
besties.
All right.
Ergon, caught it. He sold whatever supplies. I think it's the statue.
So do you have to touch it? And like, this is what I don't understand. Normally, like a curse is if someone has the object still, but if they got sick and they sold it, wouldn't the curse leave? I'm confused. I've never heard of this before.
I'm
It
not a
must be
master
some
of
sort of-
curses.
Contact.
But
Maybe the
this is
disease
going
is
in
the curse.
order of who had it, because Ergon first, then Verla,
Verla, and
and
now
then
Tulgi.
Tulgi stole it,
Tulgi.
and then somehow Tulgi's what was the
Sister.
relation? Sister.
Sister
Sister.
Sister
What's
has
confusing
contracted it too.
me is that if the sister's contracted it, then we would assume that the sister has the object in question, wouldn't she?
I mean, she might. I look back, is the bandit still there? Did he rip himself out of the restraints and run away?
Reasonably for where you're at, Cohen's probably like got a foot down.
Okay.
They were the last person to enter. This is a very small, like, it's a bedroom sized affair.
Mhm.
And none of you would have just left the dude to leave. let's be fair. You
He's
know what
pinned
you're
down.
doing.
I feel like we should look around and see if there's any like documents or any. Maybe she had notes on something.
Maybe there was like an
I-
inventory list that shows what was stolen.
Maybe I'm really sorry. I know that it's not pleasant in here right now, and that's all entirely my fault. Again, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to hurt those men, but I'm gonna just cast prestidigitation to create a smell so it doesn't smell like burning corpses.
Burning flesh.
Febreze it.
Now it smells like a nice like seaside smell.
Old Spice,
like,
buddy.
not
spray.
Old Spice, or like no, like cinnamon and
Bear
cloves,
glove.
like boiling on a stove kind of smell.
Oh, some
You're just
So bear
walking around,
glove.
walking around spraying poopery.
Yeah,
Breeze.
Febreze.
Now,
Now it smells like cinnamon and cloves in this room, not burning flesh.
we should probably catch up with Tulgi before she turns to ice as well.
Guy on the ground
How do
is just like,
Let's
Okay,
look
guy
around
on the
and see
ground.
if
Sorry, what
there's
was your
any note-
name? Do you have a name?
I absolutely have a name. A name. And
Sam.
my name is
Sam.
Steve. No,
Steve. Okay.
Steve.
You didn't look like a Steve,
Steven.
but this is fair.
They never do.
Your boss never told you what was stolen.
No, she absolutely did.
Okay,
No,
what
we have
what
a map.
object does she have that you are looking into?
Well, so I was told to come and look for potions, scrolls, or other items that might help her.
Yeah,
Help
help her.
her.
We want to know what caused this.
Yeah.
Has she been acting different to you? Have you noticed anything?
Like she's got like wicked ass blue veins all over her body. That's really gross.
How long has she had those for? Like, how
Um,
often do you see her?
like I see her on a regular basis at the hideout. She's had
Hideout?
it for
What
like a month or so.
So for a month?
Yeah.
What gift did she receive from Tulgi? What did Tulgi give her?
I don't know. Like they
This timeline.
Tugi's part of the gang, so like I don't know.
All right.
Did Tulgi do the stealing, or did?
Oh yeah, no,
Sister.
Tulgi totally ripped the place off. Like she came in, she had a big sack of shit. And was like, "Hey, look what I managed to scrounge up." Yeah.
Okay.
So we cool.
So
No, you're not
I
going
think,
anywhere.
Well,
I'm just gonna step towards him and maybe it'll scare him.
He
Little
is,
bit.
is terrified.
I'm just gonna stand.
You
Just stand
murdered
there.
all of his friends right in front of him,
But like,
horrifically with fire.
accidentally. It was an accident.
Was it though?
Yes. I just wanted to slightly maim. Not
It's
murder.
okay, killer. It's okay.
You wanted them to live a long life in pain rather than a quick death. I understand May's motivations now. Much better. This is the
All right.
the experience that you should add to your character sheet when you level up at the end of tonight. Should just be killer,
Psychopath.
Yeah.
Dahmer.
If we let you
What
go,
they
what are
don't
you
know
gonna
is
do?
May's wrapping her tongue around the dead bodies and dragging
well,
them
hold
back
on,
to
hold
her
on.
lair.
Slowly drag.
Well,
before like we get to releasing anybody, we have to remind ourselves of the goal, which is to find the object that's causing the thing, stop the transmission,
Get
and then
paid.
find a cure. No, we gotta
Oh,
find a cure
yeah.
too.
Okay, yeah.
Also, if there's any
But
And then get paid more.
upon.
first things first, though, we need to stop the transmission. So we need to figure out what that object it is, and to get people to stop freaking touching it.
Don't you put it in your mouth.
Exactly.
let's go find it.
May's gonna turn around and start looking for documents or any journals that Berla may have had, documenting things that were stolen or like things were in her possession.
Go ahead and investigate for me.
Okay. How do I do that? Just
These
roll?
are going to be instinct rolls.
Okay.
I'd say
Please,
your
no
magical studies
fear.
probably comes up, or your magical historian, or your investigation, whichever you choose. And everybody can roll if you have something relevant to perception here or perceive.
Okay, so I could use my investigation.
I'm a thief. I see things.
So burn a hope to add your investigation to it.
Okay, 7. All right, that's 13. And it was an instinct, you said?
Yep.
So I have 15 with hope,
15
without
with hope?
burning, without burning a hope.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Yeah, you start going through. Verla has wizard's gonna wizard, and
that.
you're all very particular people, we'll say.
They're all killers.
And you open up your senses and you look around at the disheveled collection of collecting hobbies in this room, much like God. It's all good. And there's a small wooden desk attached to the wall that you go and you flip a latch and you pull down, and it's got like a sensible little stool with a nice cushion to it, and you and start flipping through books and books and books. And some of them are in languages that you just don't know. One of them written in an elvish hand, something you recognize. It doesn't have the exact same rune pattern as the door, but it's rudimentary enough that you recognize it again as a slumber spell. just the exact same one that you know how to do yourself from your book of Iliad. Or you might have swapped that one out, but
No, I haven't.
You recognize it as a slumber spell, and it's. I'll get you to go ahead and roll me a spellcraft. So yours is knowledge.
Knowledge. Okay. Okay, this is like my first decent roll. That'll be a 24 with hope.
Beautiful. So take up your hope. It's easy enough for you to like lick the rune off and be done with it. You scrub it away, and it deals with the enchantment that's in there.
Okay.
As you start flipping through the book, it seems like it's a journal, a log, a diary. And looking back through the dates, it's just over, like around a 2-month mark. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. A couple of days later, so it's documenting like people came in. Here's what my work is leading to. Hopefully these bumpkins bring something back good from Isle Cross. It speaks of family. It speaks of like receiving a sending from a brother. And then a few days into it, or a few more entries, she said that she seems to be coming down with something. She just can't seem to get warm. And that it seems silly that her age is catching up with her, because she's not a day over 150. And further logs of at some point maybe I should go and speak with the that Moradin, the priest of Moradin, but they'll just tell me that, I have to pray more and all that jazz, and then I'll feel better. And she seems dismissive of it. That catalogs over the course of days and weeks. Her body's moving slower. She can't get warm. Her joints ache. Even holding it, like, you notice in the writing, what starts as really elegant cursive is becoming very like sort of disheveled as the entries go on. And the last one is from 3 days ago, where she mentions just closing up shop. Saw Elro. Apparently there's some terrible thing going around. Hopefully that's not what I've got. I'll just close up shop, have some tea, get a good night's rest, and feel better in the morning. And then it just kind of trails off and it gets put away. You're pretty sure that was the last entry that she made before she went to bed and froze to death.
As I'm reading this, I'm gonna go, Cohen, can you come here?
Mm-hmm. What's up?
I'm looking at this journal, and her symptoms started 2 months ago, and I'll pull out the receipt.
Yeah.
That's when these things were sold to her.
Yeah.
This
So
can't be a coincidence.
as you look at the dates that are written to them, her entry in the book coincides with one that says, your friend Ergon had come in with a treasure trove from Isle Cross, and it lists out a dagger, a scroll case, a jade statuette, a quiver of 20 arrows, a silver ring set with jasper, and 2 blue glass vials. And it also says, I have a book on loan intended for one of Ergon's friends, but he's deigned to let me hang on to it and read it first. I'll return it to him when I can.
Immediately, May is looking for the book. She's gone. She's looking for the book.
So it catalogs it in here as it's in a weird runic language, but translated into Elf, she says, I believe it's called aromatons for the common folk. a basic understanding of a new sense of life. And with that, you kind of turn, and it's got kind of a weird script, and along one of the shelves in here, close to the bed, you see it, and it's got a thin leather bookmark in it where she'd been reading through. Seems to be written in something vaguely related to Elvish, probably an older dialect, but still related. Something that you could absolutely translate.
Alien robots for dummies.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and just like slip it into my.
It's a big
satchel.
heavy purple
I'm
tome.
not gonna just one hand it. Then I'm gonna chew.
Yeah. It's sitting on a like a velvety purple pillow on the floor next to all the teacups and stuff. Like she'd read it and put it down, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick
It
it
is-
up and just kind of hold it to me.
Yep.
And just carry it with me.
Easily done. You slide it into your flaps of your cloak.
In my satchel.
Frog flaps.
No.
Okay. New direction, maybe. Obviously, these items, something is the cause. I think we can assume it's probably the vials of whatever liquid it is that tasted, people touched it, whatever. He got them from some sort of, you said, dig site that he was at?
I believe so. Right?
Maybe there's something there that we need to go and find. Maybe an anti-curse tome or a
Well, it could be
ritual
anything.
written on some sort of block, or I don't know, an antidote or something.
So you think it's the vials that are causing this?
Well, I mean, it could literally be anything, but I think the vials seem sus.
Sussy
Can I look at-
vials.
Is there any like indications that they would have been wearing, like that Verla would have been wearing a ring that's no longer there?
It's hard to say
Because like she's
because
frozen.
well, she's in a long dressing robe that's like a large woolen robe, fur lined, that's kind of bust open as she like sat up in bed. Her whole physical form is just transparent glassy ice at this
Okay.
point.
But I can't tell if there's like an indent where a ring sat at one point.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You
that's not
would be able to tell, but there doesn't appear to be any jewelry on the form. Like the clothing that she was wearing is still clothing. It's just
I was
her.
wondering if
her-
it was like the ring, maybe, because if they put the ring on and then that did it, and then someone stole. I don't know.
It's possible.
Something
I
someone
think,
to wear on their person.
I think it would be beneficial if we. I think we can probably skip Toolgi just because clearly the items she stole ended up with. What did you say her name was?
Hulil.
Julio.
Hulil.
How would
Julio.
you hold that?
Hulil.
Just ask
Julio.
class.
Julio Scoundrel.
How would one spell that?
Hulil.
I'm calling them Lil Who.
Lil who?
Who? She obviously got the items. She's the last person to have them. We need to find out where those items were, and then maybe we can inspect them if she does have them, and then make a plan to then find the anti-ring or anti-vials or anti-whatever the object is.
We need to know where she is. I look towards Steve. Steve, you mentioned a hideout.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Like ours?
Oh, I assume that's where Lil Who is.
Yeah. Where is it, Steve?
Yes,
Uh,
Steve.
She looks directly at him.
Again, self-preservation being a thing, he's not fucking around. He's like, we all hang out in there's a big croaker cave to the north of the village. Can't miss it. really easy to find.
Well, we're not going to miss it because you're going to be coming with us.
Oh, I absolutely will turn myself to the glass blades and meke out their justice 100%. We can do that right now.
You'd rather do that than
Oh yeah.
have us walk you home?
Yeah.
Really?
Just don't let me near. Don't put the frog near me, please.
She's gonna take a step closer to you,
Ah! No, like just
quietly staring.
Just cool. I'm cool. You're cool. Everybody's cool.
I think
Right,
so.
Yeah, like I'll totally go to jail or whatever it is that they do here, but glass blades. I don't want to go. Yep. Nope. Don't want to go to a croaker cave at all. That's not my jam. So, yeah, and the family doesn't take kindly to this kind of thing. So I think I would be better left in the capable hands of the glass blade guards of this village.
I'm fine with that.
Drop him off at jail before heading to Broker Cave. If we don't need to see Tulgi, you guys think that's just a
Before
waste?
we go,
I think it would be a waste. I mean, we know that she touched it. We know that she's going to freeze to death unless we find something. Let's just skip the
You know,
middleman.
she's
Find it and
afflicted
save her.
and is still alive,
Yeah,
to the best of your knowledge.
for now.
Should we take
But
a
what is
blood
she going to
sample?
tell us? Except, well, maybe.
Like, Croaker Cave, you basically just go north of the village and follow along the shore, going north and slightly east, and there's a big cave opening, and just a couple of steps down, there's a big wide opening, bunch of croakers. It's a good time.
How long should that take us?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh, all right.
Like it's
May's gonna,
just over there.
we're gonna look at him and say, "Is there any traps? Anything that would stop us from getting in there?"
Like
As
There's-
Gregory's gonna run down her arm under her shoulder and look at him and growl.
roll me.
My angry little elemental lizard's just "Arr."
I'd like
He
a
gets the vibe.
I'm gonna say this is a deceive for May.
Oh no.
Yeah, so roll me a
Oh,
presence roll.
Okay.
I don't think you have anything here that's gonna help you.
Well, a presence. I have a +1. That will be 13 with fear.
Okay.
Oh.
13. Yeah, you know what? He's like, oh, sweet Jesus, no.
Me
no,
or
like,
Gregory? Which one of us is scarier?
he's taken aback by the elemental creature, the salamander. He's like, that's water and fire you can do. Oh shit. Oh,
Oh shit!
No, one trick frog.
look, there's a bunch of croakers kicking around in there. That's about the only thing that's really dangerous. Like, they might attack you if they don't recognize you, but that's it. Like, I didn't set any traps or anything. I didn't do anything.
Well, you didn't, but did others?
Well, I don't know how to set booby traps, lady. I'm good.
Would you feel comfortable walking into that cave alone?
Well, I've done that before. Not now, because
Right.
they'd be like,
but
hey,
before,
where's
Well,
the
what
rest
if
of your
we
crew?
you wouldn't worry that your other crew members would have set traps. Like,
Oh
that's
no,
not something
because
that you were about.
somebody would
Perfect.
step on them and they die. But the frogs would attack anybody that they don't recognize. So
All right.
Sounds like a frog we know killer.
yeah,
Frog. Frogs recognize frog.
it's like, I don't know. Please don't
Alright.
kill me.
What
I
if-
don't
no,
wanna die.
Sidebar conversation. What
Yeah.
if we sent him back by himself and then we followed him? And he could just be like, "Oh, we got attacked. It was terrible." And then we show up.
He doesn't want to.
I feel
Like-
like
Well, he doesn't want to go back with us though.
that's not giving us any benefit. He kind of already gave us directions.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I just
So- You
might
I
actually
feel
warn them.
bad. I feel bad.
No,
I
they're
just
gonna
murdered all
torture
of
him
his
for
friends.
bringing bringing us there.
Yeah, he's
he just
better off
gave away
going to jail.
information. Yeah,
I guess I'm trying to I don't want to uproot his life. I feel bad. I just murdered his
Listen,
friends.
Ash.
Jail's not that
means
bad.
you
It's a
uprooted his
free-
life.
It's a
Ash.
free
Someone
bed,
came and
free
murdered my
food.
friends.
He mentions the family,
Hmm.
and you know exactly who he's talking about. There's a
Oh,
group
shit.
out of Shady Creek Run called the Oodalots.
The Oodalots.
Yeah, Uttoolot. The Utalot
Oodalot?
family. Cohen might. Ash for certain does. They're basically a crime syndicate.
Ooh.
And they control a good majority of Shady Creek Run and a bunch of organized crime through the Graying Wildlands. They have connections in Uthador, and they have connections way down south into the Empire. It's a thing. So he's basically like a goon for the Mafia, for all intents and purposes. And he done fucked up and he talked. What do you think's going to happen to him?
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches.
And end up in ditches.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's a more apt way of saying it is snitches get ditches. Right?
So let's hand him over to the green leaves. Or the
Glass
glass
blades?
blades, rather.
The glass blade.
Yeah,
The green
close enough.
sleeves.
it's pretty close. Yeah, the green sleeves. Yeah. Christmas Carol shit, He'll join the party of carolers, and that's their punishment.
Yep, absolutely.
Year-round caroling.
I like it.
That does sound awful.
Yeah. So, but I feel like we still should talk to Tulgi just because it's
Alright.
a point. It's a point that we can check off, and they might have some.
She's also
limited
in
information.
town.
Yeah, exactly. Before we start leaving.
Not really out of the way.
I mean, you know what? If we can convince her that we're here to help, she could probably just lead us right to their cave and away from the croakers.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That might be a thing. So, what's happening?
Let's go to Tulgi's. You can find yourself to the glass blades by yourself, right? We don't need to do that.
Oh, we should
Oh,
escort him
yeah,
there.
absolutely. I could totally find my way
He's
to
gonna run.
He's just gonna fucking
the
run.
glass
No.
blades by myself.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
don't
The
care if he
muscles
runs.
gotta step
You
I
in.
don't even think I
trust
need
me.
to roll to know he's lying.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna grab some rope and just tie his arms behind his back and just start like pushing him out.
Yeah, that's
Like,
totally
I'll
fair.
meet you guys at Tulgi's.
Okay.
Just do a
As
quick.
you're pushing him out, I'm gonna put Gregory on your shoulder, and he's still growling.
Yeah.
Doing the little
This'll
Pascal
help
from
keep him
Tangled
in
thing.
check. Yeah,
If you
it's
make
exactly
so
what I
much as
picture
a
in my
move,
brain.
Every now and again,
Salamander's
he
gonna
like
eat your eyeball.
sticks his tongue out into the dude's ear, and he's like, "Ah, no!"
It's like
Little
Pascal,
bubbles
and then
foaming.
the elemental one from Frozen, like together. That's what I
Yeah.
in my brain.
I like it. Samantha. No, Samantha was the wind. Yeah. Easily done. Billy, you manhandle this dude out through the village. There's people opening their doors and stuff and like coming awake. It's just past dawn. And you're pushing this fella out of Tulgi's or out of Verla's. And one of the glass blades comes over that happened to be on guard, and it's a very quick transition and handoff.
Thanks, Mila.
A different person, but yeah.
It's still called them. Still call him you.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they're all called Mila.
I like it. This fella takes the band and is like, "Yeah, we got a barracks built," and goes over to a nondescript cabin, opens the door, and shoves the dude in.
Well, justice has been served today.
We'll go talk to Elro later about the, toasties.
Toasties.
Well, from the
Toasty
murder
guys
frog.
There. Yeah.
Right.
Can I be the last one to leave Pelts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no one would question that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say I'm shutting the door to Verla's back there and being like, "Don't worry, we'll let Ergon know that that you're like that. And then I remember reading over the shoulder of May, and they talked about arrows, so that leads me to believe there are weapons in here. Do I spot a bow and an arrow? Bows and arrows?
There's actually quite a few on the discarded bodies that are left on the floor.
You said they had crossbows, right? I'm short bow more.
So
More my style.
2 of them had crossbows, and 2 of them had short bows.
Are they nice looking short bows?
About as nice as yours, give or take.
I don't have one. That's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, they are totally
They look-
serviceable. 100%.
They look exactly like yours.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
it's
is
mine now.
Invisible.
pick up both of their quivers. Have this new short bow, and I'll walk out. Okay, everything's cool, guys.
I like it.
Well, they weren't going to use it, so.
You
like how you
find
think, Killer.
a handful of gold amongst all of the bodies as well,
Boom, taking that.
for all
May
intents
is
and
not
purposes.
rifling through any of them. May doesn't. She's not touching them. She is avoiding them.
That is why I am the last
Like
one to
the
leave.
plague.
You had there's all sorts of like arcane intricacies all over the floor. You've got your book. You've still got Verla's diary if you want it.
I'm going to pick
Just
up all my
for-
blankets.
Yep.
Just-
You pick them up discarded from the snow.
yeah.
Total anime boss moment.
But she's still just like
Yeah.
shaking and just no, it's not okay with what she did.
This is what fire magic gets you.
Ah.
So, where to?
Toolgies.
Toolgies.
You work your way through the village, and the sunlight streaming in, and it's cold, but the sun helps. And you essentially backtrack back to Ergon's and follow those footsteps. And it leads you kind of, haphazardly through the trees, a ways back from the village proper. And there's a snow-covered cabin that looks peaceful and quiet from the outside, and all the windows are shuttered, and there's a steady stream of smoke piping out of a chimney. It's a 1-story, 1-room log cabin. About 12 feet high, give or take. It seems to be mostly made out of wood, wooden doors, wooden walls. Seems to be a window on each wall. Shuttered. Latched.
Someone get the door.
Like, just open it or not?
No, you knock. Nobles don't knock. You have to do the knocking.
Before we open, I just want to ask, like, turn to everyone. Go. Did you think anyone saw us leave that place? Like, are they going to know that we did that? And by we, I mean I.
Oh, I
Like,
left a
they're not
note.
going to know, right? What?
People need to know about you, Killer.
No. I was an accident. No.
That's
no,
a clip.
No.
Bards
you
are already spinning tails on this.
No, they can't. I wasn't supposed to know that spell. I copied it out and I learned it, and I'm gonna get in so much trouble. We can't tell anybody. We can't tell anybody.
Trouble with who? You just take them out too.
Nothing. Don't worry. No, it's fine.
I thought it
Maybe-
was pretty cool. Just saying.
I didn't want to kill anybody. I just don't want to. I don't want anyone else to get in trouble.
You didn't kill them. The fire did.
I think they actually bled out from all those puncture wounds.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want anyone to come after us because, like, Cohen said that
I
we're
almost
bad.
killed them and making them suffer. You ended their suffering.
Not
No,
necessarily. Maybe May was the cremationist. and was just
no. But like, I don't want us to get back to Cohen. Like, Cohen, your dad. I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm
I'm not gonna get in trouble. I never touched them. I'm clear. My
Yes.
hands are not. Mine are.
She's just gonna start like, panicking even
Clean.
more.
Her nails are
Oh, okay.
immaculate.
All right, May is not okay. She's just back of the line. Just
Toss
Well, I
another
get-
blanket your way.
A weighted blanket.
yeah. All right, so who's gonna knock?
I'll knock, and I'll bring my hoof up and knock
Billy
3
Billy
times.
comes back to the crew and knocks the door.
Any answer?
You hear a voice from the other side. Go away.
No, thank you. We would much like to come in and to discuss us helping you and your sister fix your problem.
Now, are you being... Well, either way, roll presence.
I would like to speak in my nobility voice while I'm doing so.
Do you?
I would like, yes.
All right, fair enough. Burn a hope. Add your
I'm
roll.
burning that hope.
Toogie doesn't like cops.
I
That
know.
probably counts as nobles too.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Why do you
Listen,
Why do you think cops exist?
privilege doesn't exist.
Okay. Easy there, sweetheart.
The orphan and the hoodlum just kind of look at you.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a 1920 with hope.
All right.
20 with hope.
You hear... Wait a minute. Chunk, 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 chunk. Chunk, 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 chunk. As too many locks get undone on the door of the cabin.
Everyone here is so sensible.
Bears. Druids. Druid bears.
The general
You-
prepping mentality of the village.
As the door creaks open, it's thick. The heat hits you, Cohen, like a hammer. And inside, like, you can see the heat radiate out the door. The fire is just giving her. There's large stacks of firewood strewn across the floor, to be easily chucked in. There's a table set neatly with stacked dishes, tools, utensils in the center of the room. There's simmering soup coming from a pot hanging on the fire. And another fire burns in an iron brazier on the opposite end of the room. And the cabin is just smoky. It's just a haze. And shivering at the end of the bed, like they've taken a step back after opening the door, is a dwarf wrapped in blankets, even more so than May. Bulging blue veins streak her face, neck, hands, and thinning hair.
You could at least put on a mask.
Tulgi, I'm
Says
assuming.
who?
I grab a mask.
So luchador.
Yeah.
Hi. Tulgi,
Fuck are you?
my name is Cohen, and I am here on behalf of the Center for Disease Control, Frozen Edition. And we
I
are
see.
here to
Disney TM.
and we are here to assist in what is unfortunately causing you and your sister, as well as
Multiple other
shopkeep.
people.
and Ergon. You guys all have come into contact with something, haven't you?
Who wants to know?
Oh, that would be me, and I already do know. My thing here is that we just need to identify the objects that all four of you have come into contact with so that we can go and find the cure.
Huh. She kind of leans back onto that bed, and you see movement from behind it, as there's two, like, reasonably large forms under the bed that seem to be like, you hear like a scampering and like some kind of claw on wood.
Oh, do you have dogs? I love dogs.
Sure.
Right. So these items, we have narrowed them down. We just wanted to know which items you and your sister might have touched.
Look, I
Choices are
don't know about items or anything like that. Last I could tell, I got whatever killed Ergon.
right, and the shopkeep, Verla. She has also gone the ways of the ice. You are next, and your sister, so speed is utmost important.
I'm gonna
Oh, come
hand
on.
the receipt to Cohen. See, here. So she.
Can you please point to which items you gave your sister
After you stole them.
after you stole them from Varla's shop?
For the record, we don't care about stealing. We just would like to stop this.
We just
So
need to figure out what
The
item
family
did it.
sent you?
Yes. From the Croaker hideout.
Halil thought it was a good idea.
Really?
Don't want to be spreading something so vile to everyone now. That's a threat to business. So we've got to sort it out.
Say, Billy, go ahead and roll me presents, please.
Can I add?
That seems like a hooligan sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is still the 2d12s?
Yep.
Perfect. That is a 17.
Right.
18, 19, minus 1. 18 with fear. And when I fail a roll... Oh, fail a roll.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't know if I fail or not.
No, that seemed to go over. She kind of eases back a little bit.
Mhm.
But she says, I gave pretty much everything that we had to Halil up in the hideout, the frog cave there. Except for this. And she reaches down like underneath her pillow and pulls out a metal tube. It's probably 6 or 7 inches long, and it's got a hole on the end of it.
What's this?
And she pushes down 3 buttons,
I don't like this.
and it goes, whoomp, and a long spike sticks out of it and starts buzzing violently. It's just got like a...
Oh no. Please put that back under your pillow.
Right, we're infringing on too many Disney trademarks at this point.
It's not made of light. It's just like some kind of a sonic steel dagger or short sword.
I picture
she,
like
like-
cattle prod.
Pushes the button. Yeah, it comes out like the cattle prod from Jurassic Park. But she
Yeah.
pushes the button and it recedes back into this little tube.
My mind was in the gutter, sir.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Thank you, Matt Mercer. Yeah,
as
I
part of the-
took this. It's some kind of magic knife.
Part of the Center
Pretty
for
magic.
Disease Control Frozen. We will have to take that in case that is the problem.
Well, hold on a second. Like you said, my sister's got it too.
Did she touch this item?
She didn't touch this knife.
Well, you have no leg to stand on, Sir Ash.
Did you drink anything?
What do you mean?
Taste anything? Was there
Well,
anything
yeah,
that
like
you
the-
had that you
the-
tasted and then you gave to your sister?
Well, yeah,
You know how
I
disease works?
had to
Everything
make
could be
sure that those
contagious.
potions were legit.
There it is.
By the time the person who buys the potion, there's going to be none left.
Oh,
what
it's-
did the
it's like-
potion taste like?
Uh,
What did it smell like?
musty. It
Blue
was
raspberry?
ashy.
Blue raspberry.
It was blue, but it tasted like mold almost.
Oh no.
Like it had an off taste to it.
Freezer burn.
Yeah. You think I like something went bad? That's why I got
Oh,
this.
something went bad.
Yeah.
Something went very bad.
So what are you gonna do? How are you gonna cure me?
We
That is a Gatorade flavor.
Figure it out.
Cool.
we are going to find the antidote
Okay.
now that we're
Food-
identified
Food
the vial.
poisoning. What's
No,
the
but when you tasted
antidote
it, did
for,
you-
like-
more than
May I
food
ask you,
poisoning freezes you?
It's like hypothermia on
why did you taste
Crack.
it?
Well, it's what you do.
no.
Like I needed to discern the effects. So like you take a tiny pin needle and you dump it into a potion, and you discern the color and you discern the odor, and that's how you test things. Are you
Okay, so
sorry?
what
are you
does
not
this
an
potion
use it
do?
on
inventor?
an animal.
What did you on an animal? Whoa.
What?
But what did you what
Easy, I'm
like,
half animal.
did you figure out what it
We're all
was
half
for?
animal.
Like what the
Oh
potion
yeah,
was?
they're just healing potions.
Are
That
you-
taste of-
Any healing potion I've ever seen isn't blue.
That tastes like mold and freezes you.
Well, here's the thing. It smelled like a healing potion. I touched it to my tongue. It had the same effect, but it had a little bit of an off taste to it. Yeah, no, like that's what you do.
Okay, maybe don't. That's
Okay.
my advice, my official advice.
That's what the wizards all told us to do. That's what wizards do.
I look
So-
towards May.
To Cohen, I'll just be like, oh, she won't be doing much of anything soon.
Shh.
But I thought
What?
you guys were gonna fix me.
We are.
What the fuck?
I need the
No,
dagger
we-
to fix you.
This is why you don't trust the government.
We're gonna try.
True.
But-
True.
To help us succeed, we might need to use that dagger. There's been dire circumstances already. We've had to defend ourselves before.
Thank you, Billy.
Shh. I've done no such thing.
Defend yourself from a disease,
Yeah.
from my
Not people.
cold,
Not people.
frozen hands.
Would you believe that people are trying to control the disease? People may have unleashed the disease, actually. So it's really people
Yeah,
who are
I'm pretty
calling
sure
it.
that was me, motherfucker.
You will unleash this on everyone?
Like not on purpose, or like Ergon did it.
Yeah, but
That
others might
fucker
try
sold-
to weaponize this.
Yeah, he's
Why are people drinking it?
It's, how
It's
you
what
sample
they
things.
do.
Do you know who had where the vial came from? Patient 0.
Was
Ergon
Ergon.
brought it back from
Ergon.
Isocross.
Right.
ISO.
We need to go to Isocross.
Would I know anything
I
about
mean, I
like
think we need to go to.
Let's go to the cave first, yeah.
Like Isocross is across the ocean. You land in Cyrinlia. There's a fort out there that all of the fortune or treasure hunters go searching across Isocross for old ruins and stuff. I remember I was in Pelks when he brought that stuff in. That's how I knew that he'd made a good find. He'd found something over there. Yeah, it was around Cyrinlia. He found this old, like, I don't know if it was a research lab or what, but yeah, got it confirmed by somebody in Cyrinlia for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write that
Huh.
down.
Now, what do
There we
you
go.
what do you expect me to do in the meantime? Like, you're all
Oh, just chill.
professional
Stay
healer
No,
people.
don't chill. Stay warm. Stay warm.
What I'm doing.
drink some soup?
Yep.
You want May's really good at setting fire?
No, 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 no.
Y'all got any of that horse dewormer?
In trade
if
for
we
the
test
dagger,
it-
yes.
Fresh
If we
out.
test it and we find that it works and we repeat the process and it works consistently, then yes, we'll give that to you.
That's sensible. Funny how that works.
Maybe go out and get some sunshine.
Yeah.
She
some nice
looks at the
vitamin D.
fire, and she looks at like outside. She's like, "I'll think about it." Still clutching that dagger.
Aw. Well, we'll not take up any more of your time because time is of the essence, obviously.
Had this door open the whole time.
Y'all are dinks.
All right, let's get out of here. Go check out that cave. You sure you don't want to give us that knife?
I got some dewormer right here.
You can take it from me if you think you can.
How about this?
Long tongue. I want to try it.
Oh, do it.
Damn.
Lick a tongue.
All right.
She's feeling
You're-
a little feisty after she just murdered a bunch of people.
You're looking to
All
beat a
right.
14.
Don't be trash.
That's my motto too.
I got double threes.
Ooh, crit.
That sounds like
Like
very nice.
for realsies. For
So that's a
realsies.
critical hit.
Double threes.
Get it.
It's all good. It springs out, and at first she's like, "Add a hope." By the way, Carly.
Nice.
It springs out, and she goes to react, but like her hand is stiff, and she goes to move, and she's slow, and it comes back, and it's in your mouth. So you grab the diseased lady's not a vibrator, and it's now in your mouth.
It's
Totally not a
It's a
vibrator.
cattle prod. You guys all thought my brain was immediately like cattle prod. I
Yeah.
didn't think anything
It's-
terrible.
It's like one of
No
those tiny little lightsaber toys that is a flashlight, and it just gets longer.
Like my
But
mind
it's-
went to like
Okay,
a police's
huh.
baton stick
Yeah.
Okay,
type thing.
so I'm gonna
Exactly.
take it out and I'm just gonna hand it to Cohen. She's
Yeah.
taller than me. I'm just gonna hold it up like this. Here.
It is, for all intents and purposes,
Would Cohen grab that?
like a Star Wars vibroblade. It's a magical dagger that does sonic damage instead of piercing damage.
Cohen will kind of like look at it and then she'll be like, Ash can carry it.
Okay.
I grab it and
Might
I'm
come
just
in useful.
smiling. Little fangs.
Smells sweaty.
It came from under her pillow and it vibrates. I don't want to touch it.
If it does damage, that's all that matters.
To what?
May's just gonna pull out her water
Ew.
skin and just like drink a little bit, or her like flat, just drink a little bit and then put it back.
Oh yeah, get it down into you. I like it.
No, just like wash her mouth out.
I thought it was just swallow the excess tongue.
Yeah.
Does Tulgi do anything with the critter? Or is it just staring
She's
at
just
it like, yeah, fuck it.
She looks
I'm going
pissed
back to bed.
off that you just stole her knife, but she's like,
Do you want
Huddled
help or
up.
not?
Hmm?
I'm gonna look at her and say, "Do you want help or not?" We've learned some things today.
yeah. If you can make this go away, that's great. Like,
Right.
do what you need.
Okay, bye.
Okay, close
Two
the door on your
quarters
way
good.
out.
I throw a blanket at her.
Aw.
Stay warm.
Appreciate that. Why does this smell like Elrose house?
Elrose place.
I mean, you were just there. You'd know.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just
Like
take
it.
one of my blankets?
No, we had extras,
Rude.
remember?
I needed that. Yeah, in the hole.
Grab one out of the hole.
No, I don't know. We have a hole.
I like
She
it.
steals things.
Close the door from behind.
Yeah.
And apparently you do too, killer. Good job.
We're gonna
Stealing souls.
you
Session
gather
2,
up
I'm already
outside.
corrupting you.
You gather up outside, and the cabin seals up tight. As you leave, like you're not terribly far away from the cabin when you hear chunk, 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 as they're relocking everything.
I don't know if self-preservation here is really high or really low. Like, they all have locks, but yet they also put shit in their mouth that they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Standard adventuring tactic is to taste and sample things.
But there's other ways to test it.
Like what?
litmus strips.
Yeah, I was thinking like, isn't there's got to be like there's got to be like the pool test.
We'll
strips,
invent
right?
this.
Like,
We'll invent
boom.
this.
In a
Yeah.
world with magical healing,
Hello, dear
people
dragons.
are less worried about
We're
putting
here.
things in their mouth.
We're bringing this
Dragons.
I
idea
thought
to
just wizards
Tiamat.
looked at it.
Yeah.
I just knew.
Yeah.
We're
We would
bringing
like this
litmus
much
test
gold, and you
ideas.
get a 10% stake in our company.
If you're running 5e, it actually does say like you can totally test a potion by tasting just a little bit of it and know it and discern what it does. It's totally a thing.
Yeah, but common sense is don't put it in your mouth.
Don't just
We
stuff it
learned
in
in
your
5th
face.
grade not to.
There was a whole commercial on that.
Unless it looks good
They
to
don't
eat,
have TV here.
like a muffin or a beet.
Or a treat.
Oh,
Isn't it or a treat?
Like a muffin or a beet.
Muffin or
And
a
then the
beet.
little beet
Yeah.
comes up and he's like, or
Yeah.
a muffin or a
May
beet.
get sick.
That said,
Late
you guys
90s,
are outside this
Cut to that
cabin.
commercial.
You've got a direction to head. And I imagine you're going to head that way after our break. Because
hey.
we got 10 after 8. We should take a couple of minutes and refill drinks and all of that jazz.
Sounds good.
You want to say 5 minutes or so? Just run, pee,
Sure.
do human stuff?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. We'll be back in 5 minutes. See you soon.
See you 5. Ah.
And we're back. I had to wait for the song to finish so I could send everything back. So you did some murders.
No.
One of us did
No.
some murders. Killer down there.
Inadvertently.
Technically, two
Oops.
of you.
It was an oops.
One was on purpose. 4 were accidental.
It was pretty good murder.
Yeah,
We
that'll
feel-
hold up in court.
I accidentally lit 4 people on fire all at the same time.
Self-defense. Self-defense.
I
It's a much,
sneezed.
much better.
Temporary
Attempt.
insanity.
Sorry, you can sneeze and murder 4 people all at the same time? Wow, that's safe. There's letters being written back to the Cobalt Soul about you. It's not Herme, it's Fire May.
Nice.
Flambe.
Frog.
Bards will be
Flambe.
singing
Flambe.
about you
Flambe.
Flambe
before
May.
tonight's over.
I like it. We'll have good puns for your name by the end of the night.
Flambe May sounds amazing.
Yeah. Flambe May.
No.
That's it. You, as you navigate back through Palebank Village, and everybody's waking up and going about their business, and you see the glass blades like standing outside of Pelk's, and they stop you and say, "Hey, so like, what the hell happened in here? What happened to
Between
Verla?"
family.
We don't know. There was just we heard noise. We're not sure what happened. Right?
Okay.
Are we being
Right?
detained?
Like for what?
Well,
You
then
tell us.
I guess
Like
we'll see you later.
You walked
guess we're
one
free
of
to
these
go.
folks over to us. Like, can you
Mhm.
tell us what happened in there, quick? Like, there's dead bodies, and Verla's a chunk of ice.
Yes. So these people work for the family, had attempted to break into her shop. There was a door that had some sort of ward on it that just exploded.
Uh
That's
huh.
right. A magical lock gone wrong.
Looks like Verla got the same thing that Urgoth did.
Yes. We are still investigating that. We do have a lead, but we have no time to spend on any more questions. We need to go.
Sure. All right. Good luck.
I mean, unless we
Thank
want to take an hour and talk to them about it, and maybe I can lick my wounds.
I mean, sure, if you want to
I'm
lick your
hurt.
wounds.
But you can
I
get
guess.
May to do it. She's pretty good.
What?
Is the frog tongue?
I'm not a healer.
I'm a healer. I will heal you. How
I know,
many
it's
heals
getting
do you
kind of hot in
want?
here now.
I'm innocent and sweet. Not murdery at all.
And a killer.
No. May
Let's
is very
see.
naive and doesn't know things, okay?
Between these
Just likes
scenes,
books.
you absolutely have an opportunity to use some of your Healy abilities, should you want to, Cohen.
I will do a sparing touch and just boop the nose for it. He will heal 2 hit points.
All right.
Would
Let
this
me
be
go ahead
like
and-
a short rest? Like you were saying, take an hour? Do we want to take an hour?
Well, it sounds like I just got healed in a single spell
Yeah.
there, so
So,
All right.
there's
time is of the essence.
yeah.
Then I'm still
We
strict.
have no time left.
Yeah.
Who knows when May's gonna blow up next time?
I just meant the ailing, they're the frozen members. I mean, if one's already frozen, they have like days or less left. If we
Yeah.
want to try to save them and be heroes, we need to go and do that.
Yeah, heroes. That
Heroes.
sounds great.
That's why we're out here. Making names
Yeah.
for ourselves, doing good deeds.
Good deeds.
Like
So
shoulder Billy and like making money for ourselves.
That's right.
that's true.
And if you call flambeing 4 people good deeds, then hell, sign me up.
I thought we were clear that it was a ward on the door.
That's what we told them.
until the prisoner that you delivered to them corroborates that May came in and single-handedly murdered 4 of his friends in cold blood,
That's
A tiny
4,
frog.
and
He
he
would
barely
never.
escaped.
We trusted Steven.
it was
She is a
4,
powerful
You would
wizard.
never.
4 voices to 1. Our story versus theirs, you know? Who are the good guys here?
Okay, there's a bard halfway to the Blooming Grove ready to tell this tale.
Yeah. They left immediately after seeing that through the window, and they're just like, holy shit.
I locked eyes and I'm like, you tell this
go.
story.
Should you do have a in Daggerheart, downtime is short rests and long rests. But they work a little differently than in 5e.
Okay.
You're stopping to catch your breath. Takes about an hour. You can swap any of your domain cards from your loadout. Not that you guys have to worry about that because you're such a low level. And you can repair your armor, clear your stress, tend to your wounds,
Or prepare.
to gain a hope. So you can do 2 things on a short rest, depending on what you need to do.
Right. I'd like
First of
to
all-
tend to my wounds and clear my stress.
How do you tend to your wounds? Describe how you temporarily patch yourself up, and you would clear 1d4 hit points.
I guess I would probably ask May to help me out with that. I think that was actually in like the character details or something like that.
Absolutely. May
Um,
helps you patch things up.
Yes, absolutely.
Got band-aids.
And then to clear my stress,
You find a long cylindrical tube that no.
yeah, right. I was thinking about probably just like talking myself down with I guess just talking to Danny, Ash about how everything's going, and just kind of just pull myself together a little bit.
Recapping the day and making it real. No.
Yeah, just also kind of just being like, yo, that was crazy what that fucking fire frog did. Like that shit was intense.
So go ahead and roll a d4 for tending your wounds and a d4 for clearing your stress.
I realized I didn't
Then-
bring a d4 to the table, so I'm just going to roll a d8 and divide by 2. 6 is 3, and 6 is 3. So
Right.
perfect. I had 3 of each, so that brings me back to balance on those.
What about everybody else?
No.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't mind if you want to go first.
Yeah, not Cohen, you can go
Okay.
first.
Great. So I'm going to go ahead and first off tend to my wounds by gathering up some snow outside and kind of just like icing the bruises from the chandelier.
I like it.
And so that
You're
is going to...
icing your back. Does anybody help you with that?
No, but I have someone to help me do something else later.
Okay.
Hmm.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So
I'm not giving
I'm
you the dagger.
totally fine. No, it's fine. I don't need the dagger. My second one is where I'm going to get a party member to help, and that's going to prepare. I would like to spend some time with May to go over our notes
Okay.
that I've been making her take to then try to get it like timeline of things
All of our
happening.
ducks in a row.
Yeah. So that way we gain back 2 hope each.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
That's it.
Oh, and I think it's actually Cohen that patches me up after the battle, if I recall.
Okay.
Is that was?
I feel like that would make more
is Cohen
sense.
the Seraph? Right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Then okay. There we go.
Mhm.
Putting names into these.
Yeah. Seraph and I cleaning weapons, and she patches me up after battle.
Yeah.
You're helping May overcome their social anxiety. You're the hype man for the ribbit.
Yeah.
We're hyping
You
you up,
just-
killer.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
killed him.
No.
I mean, you did.
Accidentally.
Murder.
Before Cohen comes to me, and gets my help, I'm gonna go sit in a quiet spot and just read for a little bit and just like try to come down and like disassociate and just pull out one of like my novels, like not any of like my actual like books, but like a
The
novel
smut
and just
novel?
read.
Your Scanlan
It's a
Shorthalt.
no, it's a different one. It's a romance novel. She's just disassociating and
I have
pretending she
that one.
didn't just murder people. And she's just gonna read for a little bit.
Scanlan
just you're like-
Shorthalt's Short Guide to Cube
No,
Dicking.
I put that one back. I opened it. I opened that one. I was like, this is a lot. And I put it back.
It's called Two Long Tongues.
Wow.
It's a court of thorns and ribbits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Akatar, but it's all frogs.
It's
Below the lilies.
below the lilies.
Wow.
And May's just like trying to. Are you trying to clear stress? Are you trying to prepare?
I don't have any stress.
Okay, so just using
And I'm
prepare
all
to
up on
gain a hope.
hope now. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to just disassociate and talk myself out of what I just did. 'Cause I've never done anything like that before.
And May's just like reading aloud, following a finger, and it's just like as he
No, I'm
plunged
not reading out
deeply
loud.
into the lily
I'm
pad.
not reading out loud. I'm reading to myself in my head.
That said,
I feel like Billy might sense May's anxiety, because like that's what I help them with.
Mhm.
But more, it's like more their social anxiety. But I'm feeling the amount of anxiety coming off them, and I might just go over and just offer to sit and listen for a moment if they wanted.
Okay.
You all
I'm
right?
gonna look over. No.
Look-
I've
You look
Sorry?
pretty shaken.
Yeah, I've got this collection, and she's gonna like pull out her collection. It looks like a deck of tarot cards, but like when you look closer, it's spells, and it's like a deck of spells that I've like learned over my years. And I'll just say like, I wrote these, and I like reading, and I like learning different spells and practicing them, and some of them I've never used, and this is one of them. And I know I'm not technically supposed to know this. It was in one of the books that I was only supposed to prepare and not read, but I kind of have a habit of reading everything that comes across my workspace. So I learned this and thought that I'd only need to use it in like the worst case scenario. But that was terrifying. I just saw you guys were being attacked, and I panicked, and I killed 4 people.
And you
I can't-
protected 4 people as well.
I know, but there's going to be families that don't have their people coming home.
And remember, they targeted us first. I got a shot in the shoulder straight away. You
I
helped
guess.
your whole party. That's what you're supposed to do.
I've never killed anyone before, let alone 4 people at the same time. I feel like a monster.
Well,
You're a
we're
monster.
all monsters. But at the end of the day, you're doing this for good, and we let that one go. And you you didn't torture anyone. It's fine. It'll be
guess.
fine.
They're coming
This
for
is
you.
fine.
they're
They
coming
are.
for you.
If anything, you've earned yourself a couple nicknames out of it.
Yeah, I guess. I wish I could find the humor in it that you guys are. I guess I'm just a little
Well,
not
it's-
used to this. That's all.
May.
It's not the first time I've seen 4 people in front of me roast to death. So
It won't
after
be
a
the
couple
last.
times, you get a little desensitized. It'll happen if you keep it up.
May, you feel a tug at your glasses.
Oh, here's Salamander back.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Gregory. My guy.
Gregory. Sorry, I was thinking Gerald.
No, it's Gregory.
Gregory. As Gregory looks at you as like a water lizard, and it's just like licks his eye,
That's the energy that I want for him.
and he's like,
Oh my god,
What the
yes.
heck?
just gives you like a
It'll be okay.
Does he give me like 2 thumbs up too?
Yeah,
And
he
then like
just, like-
finger guns.
Salamander guns.
not bad. And then he just like licks his eye again.
And then crawls back into my hood.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Greg,
Gives you a
approved.
consoling pat on the side of the cheek.
All right.
Like, it'll be all right.
Thank you.
I've done worse. And
Yeah.
crawls-
Thank you, Billy, for coming to check on me. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I could help us and make sure you're okay and that Ash was okay. And God, Cohen pushed me out of the way and a chandelier fell on her. Like,
See, we take care of ourselves sometimes, and you know, when it comes to it, and it might involve hurting other people, but they hurt us first. So you're clear consciously.
okay, guess I'll try to think about it in that way, but it's hard to. Thank you for listening, and I guess we'll see where this takes us. We have to go find some musty mold tasting potion that people keep for some reason drinking.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Oh, and here I'm gonna pull out some smelling salts and just like let her take a whiff. Get the burned flesh out of your nose.
Thanks.
Yeah.
As her eyes are just like watering at this point.
Oh, great. Now,
Yeah,
now you've got
yeah.
like irritated red bulgy frog eyes to
No,
go
they're
along with your
black.
frog murder.
Like they're
Right
just
now.
like, no, my frog eyes are just black.
But they're black,
all
but they got these
pupil.
red veins bulging out of them now.
No,
Like bloodshot.
Now I'm not demonic, frog.
It's
I'm
just reflecting in the fire. You take some time, you square things away, you repair your armor, do what you need to do, stitch a button, have a poop. Okay. It's a thing. What do you think taking a rest means?
I
And you
add a
start-
stress.
It's like that fake article that came a couple of years ago about how scientists had learned how to channel stress into electricity.
Jeez.
And it's all the Emperor Palpatine memes of like unlimited power
Yeah.
from
no
all,
kidding.
all the
I could
letters.
power a small town.
Gen Z's powerhouse.
Oh, I'm firing my laser. Anyways, the glass blades and the villagers around you also confirmed that yes, there is indeed a large cave north of the village, just following along the water's edge. It's reasonably easy to get to, but it is full of monsters, so nobody here really goes there. But easily found.
Right.
The cave gets its name from the resident, like, giant ice frogs that live in there. And as you follow along the shores of the frigid depths, which is the name of the, shoals that border Pale Bank Village, you draw close to the cave entrance. And you see signs of tracks where the bandits have been coming and going, and, usually it's all foot traffic. Every now and again, you'll see like donkey hooves, that sort of thing. And then around close to the water, there are these massive indents that are like spherical. And then another big spherical dent in the snow, and another big spherical dent in the snow that leads out into the ocean water. Almost the size of a horse, but fat and round.
Bouncy horse.
Bouncy horses. May, you're fairly confident that those are the tracks in the snow left by giant ice frogs going boop and landing in the snow.
Okay, I wondered.
Going boop and landing in the snow. You've done it a time or two yourself.
We have.
Much smaller scale.
Yes.
Would I know if these lovely ice frogs are aggressive to like, or are they like chill?
They are animals.
Okay.
And they are carnivorous. They'll
Territorial.
eat, like, you've seen a giant frog eat a goat before because it was hungry, all in one bite.
Jesus
But I mean,
Christ, we gotta stay away.
We were told that they would attack if they don't recognize you as their people.
Yes.
We have things.
What things do you have?
I thought we had something that could change some.
The morphing clay?
We
You
have morphing clay
morphing
with
clay.
that.
Clay.
But what does like?
Oh
It
my
changes
gosh.
your facial features to make you look like somebody else.
Just your facial features?
Just your face.
So I'd be green, and then I could have like a blue frog face.
You could.
Or you could be Tulgi because they said that they don't attack people that they recognize. But you're a little too short for Tulgi, and I'm a little too
Which
tall
one
for
of us would
Tulgi.
Actually,
be-
so Tulgi is a dwarf, and May is actually pretty close in height.
May, you could be Tulgi.
I'm just gonna look at her and just like hold up. Really? Like
Just
and look,
bundle
point,
the rest of it.
point
Just
to my
bundle
feet,
the rest
like
of it.
that have
You just-
like just frog feet with no.
You're
boots.
just wrapped around in blankets, though.
I pull out 2 boots that I've somehow commandeered in our travels.
Are these from the dead people?
No. They're yours.
Yeah,
Very
no.
merry birthday.
I'm gonna
May
like.
has leg wraps, remember? The woolen
Does
leg
she?
wraps you got from the
Ergon
buddy.
wanted you
Okay,
to
yeah.
have this.
Okay, so all right, so if you think
don't want
it'll
it?
work,
Yeah, bundle
like
up the
what-
body.
So like, so like, I pretend to be Tulgi, and you guys come with me, and I'll just say, yeah, they're my friends.
We're the investigating team that is going to solve your problem.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a good liar, you guys. I don't know.
That's
can
okay.
try.
We can back it up if
We will do the talking. You
Well,
just corroborate the story and stand there and look Tulgi. I'd say stand there and look pretty, but we've already discovered that she's not pretty.
You know the saying, liar, liar, pants on fire. If you can't lie, put their pants on fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I guess,
also know that this
guess that's
morphing
another
clay
option.
will not change your voice. So the less you say, the better.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not good at voices. Hey, I'm Tulgi. I don't think that's believable, you guys.
If
I can't do
they
it.
address you, if they address you, just start coughing like the disease has progressed into your lungs.
Oh,
I got a
This is-
frog
this
in my
is-
throat.
I feel like that should take away one of the fears that one of us rolled.
I agree with
Just
that.
saying. I'm just saying. Puns like that. We trusted you, James. We trusted you.
That's I'm just
Okay.
reading a line from your frog romance novel, and then she had a frog in her throat.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, so
Anyways,
okay, so all right, I'll do it if you guys think it'll work. We can try it.
Why, sir? Now I'm getting like visions of other things that are just frog dirty.
2 long tongues.
I would just like to point out that my mind has not been in the gutter this evening, and I'm proud of
Yeah.
myself. This is personal
Nope.
growth for me.
good on you.
Usually mine's not. Mine is fully in there. I need to be like shut down.
Also, Carly,
Restart.
you forgot to take the smut I was trying to send home with you.
I
The
bought one.
comics.
Oh no, we got our novel. We have
fair.
Pinocchio and Jesus. We're
Yeah,
set.
Pinocchio and Jesus.
Excuse me?
Oh no,
What are you reading?
no! Feel
fuck?
free to hold it up on camera, Carly.
Can I? Okay.
Pinocchio
My
and
husband
Jesus
got this.
what?
This was not me. This was my husband.
I mean, you were there.
I was there. I encouraged it
Wow.
at the Fan Expo. We got to meet the lovely author of this. It's
Yep.
great, actually. Hilarious.
It is really funny. It's some Rick and Morty shit.
We all read it.
Together.
Yes.
No, well, kind of.
Just in a circle
Different
reading
people,
line by
different
line.
people narrated it. You know.
Yeah, we passed it
Just
around
acted it out.
in
Yeah.
a circle.
Wow.
It's a good time.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I'll take. Who has the clay?
That was in the hole.
You guys had taken these items
thought we took it out,
and
yeah.
We took
stashed
these
them.
out of
Yeah, we did. You're right.
So
do
you,
I
you
just how
have
does
this clay
work?
in your
There's-
hand, and you break the seal on this earthenware jar, and it comes out. It's like the size of a coffee cup kind of deal.
I'm gonna smell it first. I would like to smell it, make sure it doesn't
Don't-
smell like mold or musty or ashy.
Let's not smell it or taste it.
It
Let's
smells
just
a
leave it
little
alone.
ashy, but you're fairly confident that that's just like old Play-Doh smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
And-
know. People keep putting stuff in their mouths and getting sick. I don't want to make.
Well,
Like,
maybe
if I'm putting
don't.
this, don't I put this on my face? Isn't that
You-
how this works?
You mash it up in your hands, and as you pull it apart, it sparkles and twinkles, and it has this kind of rainbowy sheen to it. And you
Great.
put it in, and you start like pushing. And you're a wizard. You know how magical
Clay
uh,
works.
consumables work. You identified this thing and what it does, and you start thinking of like Tulgi's face as you do it, and what they looked like in front of you. And it takes a minute, and it starts to harden. And it's like, all right, did it do it? And it feels like you have shit on your face. Like, put some cucumbers on your eyes. You've got a face mask going.
Like full mud mask situation.
But to everybody else, it's Tulgi's face and hair on
On a frog's body.
a frog's body. Well, atop a bundle of blankets. You're just like doing this. You're Tulgi.
So I'm gonna pull up the hood of my cloak, and then I'm gonna look at everyone and like, anybody have mittens or like gloves I could borrow?
Yes,
Probably. Yeah.
probably.
I pull out.
I'll put
3
those
pairs.
on. I'll be like, all right,
Singes
does
on them.
this work?
Yes, but make sure
Do I
you
look
walk with a
like-
limp.
Okay.
Good
This is my
call.
limp walk.
What's with the like walk without rhythm? It won't attract the worm shit. Jeez.
I told you I'm not good at lying, and I'm not good at this. This is not my forte. I like reading books, and I'm not
Knowing things.
Okay,
good
I
for
took
this.
an acting class
You-
once. We're
You're just a
fine.
character in one of your books.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
All you need to do is hobble and be quiet.
Think
Isn't
about
that
your
what I'm
romance
doing?
novel and imagine a really
I'm
ugly
hobbling.
dwarf with a limp that nobody likes.
Okay.
Did they
We met
exist
one
in that
an hour
book?
and a half ago.
Probably not.
Yes. So I'll just be like hiding and. All right, are we ready? It's like.
Also, I think that voice you did was pretty close.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Togi. That
Right.
one? I don't know.
That
I'm
was
not
pretty
very
good.
good at voices.
Listen,
With the face,
I got the
Face.
perfect idea. Again, Tulgi can't speak because the ice has infected her lungs. So when you try, you're just going to croak, cough, just make a noise. That thing you did with the Febreze, can it make a visual effect of like a cold breath puff when you do it, just to make it like even more?
You don't even
Viable?
have to. Like her breath is totally
Oh,
puffing out.
perfect. Great.
So
Just
I
sell
think
it.
I think I could, but yeah,
let's go
Okay,
confuse some frogs.
let's go, and I'll lead us, I guess, and just
All right.
hobbling as I go. Put my whole body into it.
as
How's
you
this?
draw
This look
close to this
believable?
cave entrance, you see signs of tracks everywhere. And there's a plume of smoke rising from the ground beyond the cave entrance, like way up in the rocks. It looks like it'd be really challenging to scale your way up there. I mean, you have a goat man with you, but it looks like a chimney of some sort. So it looks like they're burning something in the cave. Seems sensible.
Looks like someone's home.
As
Let's
you
continue to walk through.
enter through with May leading the charge, I'm assuming.
Technically, it's Togi.
Tulgi. That's true. On point.
Who is this May we speak of?
Oh, she's a fanatical killer. She's Flambe May. Wears purple scintillating robes of fire.
She's the best thing that happened to bards in 10 years.
The caverns that you enter into, the ceiling's only about 10 feet high. About 8 feet of clearance or so. Like, Billy, you're almost whapping your head off stalactites here and there. May, you're just fine. You're doing the sway around the stalagmites as you come in. The walls are slick, moist, and like frozen and frigid over. And it is dark stepping into this place. Like you're walking into a cave full of darkness. Unless anybody's got a lantern or a torch or something.
I
I've got a
Prestidigitation.
fine.
Can Tulgi do that?
Oh, don't do it.
I'll
Can I
I'll pull a
prestidigitation
torch out.
somebody else?
You could totally light a lamp or do whatever with it.
What are your what are your weapon? Like what are your weapons?
Vibrating
I-
dagger.
I have a torch in my bag.
Yeah, Billy's
Okay.
gonna pull out a torch, thinking that if
Okay,
they're ice,
Because I could have just
frogs,
like
maybe
eliminated something.
but ice
Okay.
frogs and fire. That's kind of where I'm thinking now. They probably don't like the fire, so this is probably a good like deterrent.
I like it. She's cold as ice as a fire frog.
I just found the best picture that I'm going to put in our chat.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You light your torches. I'm going to check that picture quickly. That sounds about right. Yes.
Froggy
Just-
Fuego.
Nice.
Fue Coco.
Yeah.
Fue Meme.
I'm gonna Photoshop that later.
Like it.
Womway May.
Flambe me. As you step into this cave, it descends downward. You only get in like 10 or 15 feet, and your boots start to get soaked. There's shallow pools of melted snow and water as you're walking through. Each of these pools feels like it's like you kind of skirt the edges of it, but may even testing with your staff, like that pool's like 10 feet deep.
Whoa.
You could totally be completely submerged in these puddles that are existing along the way.
Would these ice frogs hide in said puddles?
I mean, I'm going to say that you don't need to roll to know how frogs do. So, yeah,
Frogs
probably.
be frogging?
Frogs be
Okay.
frogging.
Frogs, Frogger.
Yeah. And that water is cold. Like you immediately like wilt as you touch it. What do you want to do? There's a big, deep pool in front of you. It seems to be shallower along the edge of the walls. You're fairly confident that once you're on the other side, you'll be okay, but it's going to
Oh.
get you wet.
How far across is it?
About 30 feet.
And how high are the ceilings?
Less than 10 feet in most spots.
So we're gonna have to go swim in.
Or something.
Are there any like rocks or ice floats or anything like that, like on it? Like any small?
Not so much for floats. Nothing you see that would be able to support any amount of weight.
Mhm.
There are stalactites hanging from the ceiling.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
We have a hole that has a bunch of wooden objects like barrels that we could just like, float.
Well, what about
Up
hey?
aisle.
What about this? Like you mentioned the hole. Neat idea. You said it opens from the book, right? How about the three of you get in the book, and I jump us across, and chuck the
You
book
can
out
jump
onto
30
the other
feet?
side. It doesn't say exact feet, but I can easily leap up
Nice
close.
stat block, does it?
We need to Google how far goats
Close
can jump?
range.
Are
How
you
far
looking
can
at
goat-
your leap ability?
I am, yeah.
Goats can
Um,
jump 12 feet.
I would say that this is making excellent use of the fawn leap ancestry.
Yeah.
So to a close range is about 10 to 15 feet
Okay.
without making an agility roll. I would say if you wanted to try and do this whole thing at once,
Yeah.
I would give you the ability to make an agility roll to do it versus people without having that ability. So the others, they're fucked. But you,
Yep.
you can totally try and jump across.
Okay.
And if you fail, or when you fail, you'll
Why-
fall.
Sure.
You'll fall
I'm
into
sorry,
the
we don't
water,
need that negativity.
Yeah.
and I can start rolling some of these fear dice that I have.
Yeah.
Okay, question, is this like I've never had a portable hole before. Is this like Critical Role rules where you can be in there for 10 minutes before you die?
I'd say yeah.
Run out of
That's,
air?
that's
Yeah.
a pretty reasonable.
Okay.
How about this as well? I have also deft maneuvers ability. It says I can mark a stress to move anywhere within far range without making an agility roll to get there. Can I combine that with my leap ability
I'd say so. Yes.
and then manage to
Solid
mark
idea.
stress and
Add
the
the
whole
stress.
thing?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I vote
Everyone
yes.
in the book. Get in the
Yeah, I'll
book.
take the
in the
book
hole.
out.
Get in the
We're getting the
hole.
hole.
Right.
Fold it out.
Yep.
Billy folds it over, and as soon
You
as
let us
the
out of here.
page
I will.
folds in and goes back to being paper sized, and he starts folding it up, everybody starts feeling very claustrophobic inside that little hole. Like it's like being inside a cardboard box, and you're like,
It'll only be a second.
you can feel your hot breath. Just like
I'm going
leaving
to
you.
prestidigitation it to feel cooler around us.
just
if
for
I
the
Just like
psychological.
just to like cool, like it's not
On
gonna
the
actually
nerves.
cool off, it's gonna feel cooler. Just to like psychosomat, like just
Yeah.
placebo effect it up.
And you guys, as it gets like tighter and tighter in there, all of a sudden you feel a huge surge as I leap across the 30-foot,
Whoa!
marking a stress for myself as I think I pulled a fucking hammy. Yeah.
And you leap
Then
and bound and clear this thing.
And I open the book up.
Now, question for you. You can go to one of two areas leaping this. You want to go immediately to the south, or do you want to like kind of peter off to the left a little bit?
Let's peter off to the left a little bit because that sounds intriguing.
I'm also going to, I apologize, change that over to the appropriate.
This was a
Sounds.
solid play, by the way. Like fantastic idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what
Killing
that's
it.
what happens
Killing
when
it.
you read all the things on your character sheet and start putting together what my character can actually do.
There we go.
I even have steady with advantages on rolls to traverse dangerous cliffs and ledges.
Wow.
So if I had to roll, it probably would have been with advantage even.
Wow.
Wow. Billy the goat. Get it.
So you head off to the left.
Yeah, I definitely as soon as I clear it, I open the book up and let everyone back out of the hole.
The sky opens on the portal, and as you come up, torches lit. Made it even more uncomfortable in there.
At least we could see.
A swarm of bats, spooked by the light from Billy's torch, screams and skitters and dive bombs into the party. This whole floor, Billy, you feel your golden hooves slick as you land. Like you hit the floor and you like skid a little bit. And you look down and you
And I what? Sorry.
it's bat poop.
Oh shit.
Give it a sniff, give it a taste. It's canon. It's what adventurers do.
You don't put it in your
Tasting things.
It's freaking bats.
Does anyone need
love
to cast
Halloween.
fireball?
It's friggin' bats.
Are
As
we
you all
out now?
as you all
all out.
traverse this the hole and step out, and your feet slide on this slick, wet rock. I actually need everybody to roll me an agility check.
So I do have advantage on that.
Yep.
Because to navigate harsh environments.
I no longer have a -1, so that's good.
I failed so bad.
17 with hope.
right.
Wait,
Take a hope, you pass.
I'm gonna
14 with
use
hope.
my.
Looking to beat a 10.
Okay, good.
I'm using my perseverance to reroll.
I've got 17 with fear.
All right. Adding another
Thank you,
fear.
Beyonce.
Oh, pardon me. With I had advantage, so I forgot to roll my. Oh, that's higher. Oh well, no, it's not actually. Okay, well, it's just. I had a natural 12 on the one and an 11 on the other, so really high with fear.
Same with fear.
Nice.
I like it. Another fear for me. Oh,
Yep.
I thank you. I appreciate that. It's amazing. As you spook these bats and they take off, making some noise, you hear, "Who's there? Who's that?"
It's me, Tulgi.
Sorry, Tolgi, don't speak. You know it hurts. We've got your friend Tolgi. They brought us here. We're helping with to clear the condition that's afflicting your gang.
Her sister specifically.
We're here to help family.
Family.
Oh, they're Vin Diesel.
Family.
You were sent here by your sister, you say?
Yeah.
No, we're coming to Tolkien.
What?
Stop it.
I've told you I'm not good at this.
Just stop talking. We're sent. We come with Tulgi to speak to her sister.
Come on, then. It just echoes through the darkness from the south.
Let's go, Tulgi.
Limping.
Just a limp.
Gotta make it
You
believable.
Watch out for
Squelch
the
your way through the bat shit. You come across a wide open cavern that has 10 empty bedrolls arranged in a circle around a cold fire pit. Chicken bones, empty wine and spirit bottles, food waste just kind of litters the floor. And the cave like glistens around where your torchlight reflects off the surface. To the west of where you're standing, there's a larger cavern. You could have landed in there, Billy, had you not chosen to go the way with the batshit. There's several pools. You hear the dripping of water just hitting down into pools, and like reflecting against the walls, you see large shapes moving in the darkness. They are 30 or 40 feet away from the camp from where you're at. You suspect, based on what you can see, that that's probably these giant toads.
Before we get closer, I'm gonna look over and go, what's the plan when they realize that, like, what are you guys gonna say? Like, I just have to be quiet, right? Like, I'm panicking. I'm freaking out, you guys.
I grab
I
your
don't know
tongue.
what to do.
Your little Tulgi tongue.
No.
Like the cask is immaculate. You can't tell, grabbing at her face, that she's not an ugly dwarf.
Just relax and trust us.
Okay,
Professionals.
do my best.
Just like they do in your romance novels. Relax and trust.
Should I have my card out again? Do we need this? And I'll pull out the
No.
fire card. Okay.
No.
Okay. I'll put it
Maybe.
back.
Maybe.
I'll put it back. And I'll just over to Ash. I'll be
How-
like, I put it on the top of the deck. Just
Pretty sure if you throw it in the bat guana, it'll just boom.
oh no, I have to use my magic. Okay, so we continue on, I guess. Right?
All right.
Mhm.
Heading north of this place, unless you want to interact with this camp in any way, shape, or form before heading.
Nope.
It's beneath us.
I'm all business.
It is beneath you because it's on the floor. Hey. No.
It's another fear. Thank you very much that you just give back to us. Appreciate it.
See, you say that, but it's another fear I'm going to use against you. Or you can use against your enemies. Fear's not just for having bad things happen to you. It's also for manipulating your successes and making them traumatic.
Thanks.
It's in the rules. That's how
Thank
Daggerheart
you
works.
for that.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mercer.
Matt.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Martha.
Thanks, man.
But now we just got a little frog with PTSD.
We'll talk it out. It's okay.
Yeah. You'll learn to like it. Anyways, as you head north, right hand ruling this cave, there's water dripping down from stalactites as this in the ceiling. And it fills this large dark pool in front of you. Again, very similar to what's at the entrance. But as you approach, there's a massive form that rises up out of the pool. And the other giant, like a giant toad is about the size of a horse. This is about the size of an elephant. As the head of this frog just like comes up out of the water, and it's just got clouded over eyes and pale blue skin. And it moves its head towards the edge and it waits.
That's perfect.
All hail the toad.
I have a Gamakichi around here somewhere. It's just unpacking up. So. And it waits.
Hello?
Come on, then. You hear echoing from the cave.
Tulgi's just gonna wave with her mitten hand.
It blinks one eye and then the other, and sits motionless on the edge of the water.
Just gonna confidently walk like we're supposed to be here. Past it,
Cohen,
towards the voice.
you start walking towards the voice, and you step into the water, and you realize that you're on the frog's back.
Oh, it's a bridge. That's nice.
And you climb aboard, and it blinks and it licks its eye and it looks expectingly at the rest of you, specifically Tulgi.
Limp your way
Tulgi?
over here, Tulgi.
Tulgi knows that she needs to go across there, but the poor little frog inside is just like, I don't want to walk on another frog. Feels like she feels weird about it, but she's gonna just hobble over,
I'll follow behind.
kind of like nod at the frog as she goes.
As you climb aboard, everybody's feet get wet as this thing like bounces and slowly turns and starts navigating back this long pool 60, 70, 80 feet into the darkness until it reaches the other side.
We're at a frog fairy right now.
You're riding atop of a huge sized frog. Like 3 squares by 3 squares. Elephant size. And it hits the end and it drops you and deposits you on the other side of this water.
Thanks, Frog.
It doesn't speak, just. And as the last of you step off of it, there's a splash as it sinks down, and you can't make out its form anymore. Like that pool is significantly deeper than you thought it was. There's a warm rush of heat that comes across you from a massive fire burning in the center of this cavern as you step away from the water's edge. There's smoke venting up through a stone chimney, and stalactites have been cleared away, and it looks like the cave has been shaped. Maybe by magic, maybe by something. It's hard to say. The flames illuminate a painting of a 5-headed dragon that dominates the north wall. There's a bedroll spread out beneath the mural. And near that crackling blaze, there's a dwarf bundled in a heavy cloak, sitting on a stone chest beside an elf whose face is covered in dragon tattoos. And the dwarf's face is streaked with pulsing blue veins.
Julio?
Who wants to know?
I'm just gonna.
Was it
You
the
already
dwarf
know.
You
or
look
the-
like shit.
So we're with the Center of Disease Control Frozen Edition. Tulgi invited us up to help with your conditions. Unfortunately, Tulgi's has progressed to the point where speaking is now. Have you been finding that your throat is beginning to get a little hoarse?
Now this is
froggish,
what I
if you may?
naturally sound like. What are you,
Okay.
fucking stupid?
No.
Tolgi, I need a perform check from you.
Okay, well, I don't know if this will do anything, but as Tulgi is coughing, she's gonna press the digitation, a little poof of cold air, because you said it was warmer in here,
Mhm, mhm.
so you would see that poof of cold air if she's
Yeah.
technically freezing.
So this will be a
Okay, so-
presence roll.
Oh no. Okay.
You are
I would like
rolling
to use my-
deceive.
I would like to use my prayer dice
Okay.
to add. I have 2 of them. One was a 3, one was a 4.
Yeah.
So they can use the 4. You can
Okay.
add 4 to your roll with my dice.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
that helps.
That one's gone.
Okay, 1 minute. I got it. That one was all screwed up. Okay, I've got 12 plus 4.
Yep.
So 16 with hope.
All right. You add a hope to your sheet. She
all
seems a
hoped
little
out.
more at ease. As you explain, you're just like, you're not saying anything. So, like, you know what's doing this?
We think so. Did you happen to sample a blue glass vial substance from it? Maybe thinking it might have been a health potion?
Well, it was a health potion, but yeah, I did. And she
Okay.
slaps the stone chest that she's sitting on. I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
Oh. By all means, what do you think it is?
Yay. And she gestures over to the elf. She says, Ragran, do you like fucking shit? And she wraps herself up in her blanket a little more. And he just like sighs and he's like, I believe that Miss Hulil is infected with a disease known as the frigid woe.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's what we thought too.
Wow.
There's explorers in Islecross occasionally succumb to it. Likely from one of the vials that Miss Tulgi there stole from Pelk's Curiosities. The vial is cracked. We detected some blue dust inside the vial, infecting the potion within.
Did it smell like mold? Maybe be spory, this dust?
I can certainly assure you that I do not know or care.
Or one.
Would I have known, like, I've read a lot of books, would I have heard of the Frigid Woe before?
You've been up here before, and you've read some stuff on Islecross. Roll for it. Let's see. It'd be knowledge.
Knowledge, okay.
This is recalling information. You can use your magical historian if you have the hope to do so.
I do, okay. So I'm going to use that. So that's magical historians plus 2, is it not?
It is.
Okay, so I've got... I don't even need to. I'm going to, though. I have 19 with fear.
Okay. More fear. I like it. You're like, Frigid Woe. You remember stories of how explorers in Islecross, and specifically folks looking out at Aeorian ruins, froze to death. Like they just froze solid, like a sheer block of ice. And you're like, oh, I thought that was creative writing, but maybe they had a literal translation. Maybe it's hard to say. And as you're leaning back and recalling this, and you look past Julil and this elf with the dragon tattoos all over his face, and you look up the wall, and there's again a massive dragon with 5 heads, and each one's a different colored chromatic dragon head. And you're like, oh shit, it's cultists. And you look at his dragon tattoos. And you look at the portrait of Tiamat on the wall. And you look at the dragon tattoos. What does May think?
We're screwed?
She loved that movie he was in, Elf with the Dragon Tattoos.
Yeah,
I
I
love
was thinking
it.
that. Like that needs to be a book.
And he
That's gonna
had
be
that
a book
like
she better find somewhere.
that metallic dagger, and hurt that guy with it, right?
She's like, would she be panicking? I feel like she'd be panicking at this point, like
I
trying
mean-
to keep it together, but like,
Face starts cracking.
play it cool.
Oh, they're coming for you.
I know.
Does the alarm bells going on in your head?
Yeah. It's like when you're like driving and you hear the cop sirens in a song and you're like, ah, but it's nothing.
Oh god, should be illegal.
It should be.
Carly,
Um,
you're fairly confident when you look at that and you're taking this all in. This is a shrine to Tiamat.
okay, I'm going to, because I've got that telepathy. I'm going to telepathically talk to Cohen and just tell her everything. That this is a shrine. Like, look around. Everything that you just told me, I'm going to relay to her telepathically.
As you open
and then I'm
yourself
going to say,
up,
act cool. Pretend I'm not doing this.
as you open your mind up and create this connection between the two of you, something echoes across your frequency, and it's just yeah.
I
We
turn around
both
and
heard,
walk
or
out.
Just May.
just me?
Tulgi's eyes just get massive. Was it saying something? Like, I couldn't make out what it said.
It said
"Release me."
release me.
Release
Oh.
me, okay.
The froggy fairy wants out.
Carly, you're fairly confident that it came from the portrait,
Oh.
the cave painting.
We're all going to die down here.
We all float down here on frog heads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that to Cohen as well, because that connection's already open. So I'm assuming I can still talk to her.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, like, did you hear that? Like, I just heard "release me" coming from what I think is the painting. I'm freaking out. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we need to leave? What do we do?
Can I respond telepathically?
I think
don't
so.
know.
It'll say under Carly's stats.
You may open a line of mental communication with one target you can see. This
Then yes.
connection lasts until you use a spell to connect with another creature.
So you're good.
Cohen, not. She's taken some improv classes in her noble days.
Uh-huh.
Daddy can pay for that. She's calm, cool, and collected, just going with the flow, doesn't even seem bothered. And she will reply, just keep with the plan, ignore the voice, we're not going to release anything.
Okay, but
Except a cure.
We're not going to, but what if they will? Look at him with the dragon face. Like, are you not concerned?
That's
I'm
gonna be a
concerned.
problem.
I am freaking out. I am freaking out. This has been a day already.
Just listen, May. If they knew how to release the dragon in the painting, they would have already. That's a tomorrow problem.
Why are you guys looking at each other like you want to fuck?
Maybe we do.
See? She's just gonna keep coughing.
Look, Togi, I plan to head down to Shady Creek Run, see if I can find a cure. She goes to kind of move off the statue, and you notice that there's a stump where her leg used to be,
Oh,
and she's got a crutch now. It didn't seem to work. Figured it's worth a try. Oh, it'll grow back.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Magic. You know. We got a loose end though. I needed some cash for the trip. There's a fella at the Jolly Dwarf there in town. Irvin. Yeah, he's there with his family. I sold him one of the vials. Seemed real interested in ancient magical potions from beyond the sea. So, if you're worried about people getting sick, he's gonna infect his family, his children, the whole 9 yards. But I'm blowing this popsicle stand, so yeah. Cave will be safe, but that's a thing.
are you leaving now?
Well, I mean, first light and all that jazz. And
to
Julio
know.
looks over at Ragran and says, "Pack the shit." And he the fuck did you say to me? Is the look. She's like, please. And you see him start pocketing things into a cloak.
The telepathic link is still up? Is
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
Are we like, look, they're leaving. It's fine.
Okay, but did you not hear them? Like, there's some guy, he has this. Why do they keep giving this away? What are they doing?
No,
Clearly,
we'll find out. I'm
they
just
said
saying
it
that
makes
the
us sick.
painting's
Let's keep
problem-
giving it to other people. Why?
No, you're fine. I'm just talking about the painting. That's another person's problem for another adventure,
We're just
another
gonna leave
day.
that? Okay. All right.
Well, I mean,
I trust you. I trust you. I don't want to fight anything. I don't want to kill any more people. I just want to get out of here. I don't like this face. I feel weird. I feel like I'm lying. It's really hot in here. Are you getting hot? I'm really hot.
She
keep
stumps
your
over to
clothes
you
on.
and embraces Tulgi in a big bear hug.
The secret sister handshake.
Into your ear. Yeah. Why are you so flabby? The fuck is going on here? And rips your clothes off.
And I'm just gonna yell, abort, 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 abort!
Blankets,
Inside
sorry,
Cohen's
not
head.
clothes.
Tolgi's
How dare you.
face. Naked frog.
That frog butt from the last.
cheeks out.
Cheeked out on a Monday night.
Oh.
Cheeks out for Tiamat.
What the fuck? And you see the elf raises a hand,
no.
and this ball of fire starts forming into it.
I'm gonna open up my satchel and like look over at Ash. Be like,
It's time.
Where's my sister? The
I'm
fuck
like-
did
I'm
you
gonna-
do?
I'm gonna talk. Can I talk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you. We didn't mean to lie to you. We genuinely want to find a cure. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. She is safe. She's in her cabin. We left her. She's got blankets. She's got fire. She's got
Why
soup.
did you cut her face off?
I did it, and I'm like gonna try to pull the. How does this work? How does this work?
It lasts for an hour.
She's just freaking out.
It's magic, and Tulgi told us we needed to do it, or the frogs would eat us on the way in.
We just wanted to find more information. We want to stop this. I've already lost a dear friend to this illness, and we don't want any more people to die. And then you had to go and sell it to somebody. Why did you sell it to somebody? What are we doing? And she's
Needed
just
money.
like, there's other ways. Don't sell
Well, I
poison
mean-
to people.
He'd be fine.
Are you fine? Do you feel great? You don't look great.
It's just some merchant and his kids. He's fine.
His kids. Oh,
Do you still have the other vial?
What's it to you?
It's quite a lot to us, actually.
Yeah, it's in that chest over there.
How much did you sell the other one for?
300 gold.
How many handfuls is that?
best I can do
Put
is
that in bags. I
It's
actually
a
didn't
bag
learn
of
to
gold.
count.
It'd be like a big bag of gold. For all intents and purposes. 1 bag of gold.
I look towards Billy.
I don't think I've got that much.
we do.
I'm not thinking of buying it from them, no. Oh, you're not
We
thinking
do
of
have
selling
that
it?
much
Oh,
gold.
okay, never mind.
We got a bag of gold out of that lockbox that I got in
Oh, yeah, you
what's
do.
his face's will.
Mhm.
Yep.
His last will and testament.
Right.
Yep.
Well, how about we take that one off your hands for you? We'll see if we can find a remedy ourselves. And I think that's worth giving it up, don't you think? Saving your own life? That's worth
She
more than
glances
300
up at
gold.
the painting and is like, yeah, sure. Why don't you, it's just over in that box over there. You count me out some money. I'll hop on old Croca. And it's yours.
I don't trust it.
It's this carved, it looks like a dragon's skull. It's got teeth coming down. And you can see inside where the maw is, there's a little hole for what looks to be a key.
Right.
It's hard to see the seam around the chest itself.
No, we're not planning on purchasing it from you, so no need for us to count out money. The deal is you give it to us, we do some research, and if we find a cure, we actually
don't die.
offer to heal you. Isn't your life worth more than 300 measly gold?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I could have my money, I could have my chest, and, find a healer in Shady Creek Run that's going to do me just fine. So I'll tell you what, why don't we do it this way? And she throws the cloak back, and she's got a barrel about this long that looks like it's made up of 5 smaller barrels. And she goes, shh, shh. And she shoots Billy full in the chest with a Gatling gun.
No. May's got her cards.
It's
Go
this
Ducks!
All right.
Aeorian ruin, or it's got Aeorian ruins all over it. It's some kind of weird artifact, and it goes, it whirls as it spins, and you're like, the fuck is? and I've got a whole bunch of action tokens and fear to use on an ability right quick. And that ability is Gun Sneak Attack.
Wow, cool.
Good.
Amazing.
Gun sneak attack.
Gun Sneak Attack.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, for all
Yeah.
intents and purposes. And
Okay,
she starts
can I cast
blasting.
mist? Can I
Gun.
spend a hope and cast a mist in our around just us? Is
You
she in with
absolutely
us,
can.
or is she away from us?
She's within like 5 feet of all of you. Like, it's a pretty small room.
Ah, okay.
So I'm gonna roll first
Oh.
versus.
I'm gonna spend a stress and push Billy out of the way.
All right. So that's a 17 to hit Cohen.
That'll hit.
Yep.
But I'm going to reduce it to a 15.
No, that's what I rolled. That's not the
Oh,
damage.
that's not the damage. Okay, yeah, that
No.
will hit.
How many did he just roll, you guys? There was a lot of clickety clacks there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 23 points of damage.
Okay, I'm going to spend an armor slot to reduce it down, as well as my strength, which would get it down to the not severe but major.
Okay,
Nice.
so 23, and every one of your armor slots reduces by 5, I believe, right, for Cohen? That's your armor score?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that brings it down to severe.
Yeah, it would bring it down to a 17. Or no, it was already sorry, it was a 20.
It was at 23.
23, so that would bring it
reducing
down to a 17, bringing it down further because of my ability to a 15.
Which one's that one?
To major. Oh, it's I am your shield. When an ally is going to take damage, I may mark a stress to stand in its way and take the damage instead. I reduce the damage by value equal to my strength trait, and then you may also reduce the damage by spending armor slots.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I can
yeah,
reduce it by 7.
Yeah, so it'll reduce to major, so you're going to take 2 hit points on that as she starts spraying out. And May, you were going to burn an action to cast a mist.
Well, I was going to if we can keep us in one spot and she's in another. Like, I don't know how we're located.
You're all basically standing in a big circular room together. There's a portrait or a big painting on the wall on one side with a chest at its feet, and then a big pool with a giant frog in it behind you.
Can I do it so it's like on the out? So like I want to do it so like because it says like anyone who is in the fog is hidden to anybody outside of the fog. Can I just I want to back it up so it's like only we're in the fog so they can't see us.
Yeah, I'd say that you're probably on the side of the water with Old Croaker there. And there's a delineating line between you for certain. You can like get your mysterious mist going.
Yeah, I want to spend a hope and do that. I have a temporarily thick fog, so they
and you
can't
burn an
see
action
us.
as well.
Yeah. Then we burn a hope. Okay, we're good.
All right. As you do that, let's see here. Ragrin. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I love it. Ragrin is going to do the same. You see his hand like raise up, and all 5 fingers on his hand change to a different color. And he crushes his hand, and it looks like smoke or like dragon breath oozes out of his palm. And he just and mist fills the entire area, just swirling different colors.
So now it's just mist on mist.
Yep. Mist on mist action.
Mist on mist.
$14.95 a minute.
Did he just like Thanos us?
Well, I mean, cultists of Tiamat have very specific kinds of color themes. It's a palette. It's a template. What about the rest of you?
just surrounded in mist at this point.
You can't really
Um,
see anything. You're surrounded by froggy mist.
Was it said that we could see each other within the mist, but they can't see us? Or how did that
Nope,
work?
it is a thick fog.
Nobody.
Everybody is
Oh,
hidden
okay.
to anybody. Oh, everybody within is hidden to anybody outside the fog, so you can see each other in the fog.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
We get the hole. We jump in the hole. I'm water.
Oh, you can
I'm
swim.
I'm
amphibious.
amphibious.
Yeah,
I'll-
yeah.
Get in the hole. I'll go in the water. No one will see me. I am
Beauty.
frog.
And you look
I'm-
like Toolgate, so the
Love it.
bigger frog will leave you alone.
Love it.
Into the hole.
All right,
Okay.
so you open the book and you start unfurling the hole.
Fast, like fast though.
It is
Like
not
frantic
meant
little-
for combat purposes, but yes,
It's escape purposes. It's not combat.
you start
hey.
working it out.
Billy, you have one of those Molotovs. Throw it that way.
Hell yeah. And I'll fucking move a token in to chuck a Molotov.
All right. I'm gonna throw some tokens in if you're getting some help here from Cohen and Hermie to like set this thing up quick. As you're doing so, I'm gonna burn a bunch of these tokens for again reactionary gun sneak attacks. They can't see you, so they're just blasting.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
So, anyways, I start blasting. So that's a 16 on Ash.
Yep.
That's a 13 on May.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a 3 on Cohen.
Nope.
You're lucky.
Nope.
And that's an 11 on Billy.
Just hits, yeah.
Just hits. Okay.
Actually, 10 is my evasion, so.
Wow.
Mine's 8.
7.
So that's 19 damage to everybody. Initially. As this roar of starts filling up the cave. You see a faint
8.
19 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend an armor slot on that one.
No,
wait, I was missed.
It missed Cohen. Yeah.
Sucker. Sorry.
So, Billy, what are you doing with that 19 damage?
I'm taking it on the chin.
All right. Gonna burn any armor to reduce it.
Nope, my severe is at 22, so it's only a major for me.
All right. Beautiful. I like it. Ash?
I think I'm taking that full on. Can you only burn one armor slot at a time?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking that full on no matter what.
All right.
Oh, and quick question. Are they within melee range at this point?
They are not.
No, okay, got it.
They're a good 10 to 15 feet away from you at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys kind of like drew battle lines and separated it out, and you're both rocking some steam on either side. May, what about you?
My armor says it's a 0.
That is
Should I not
wrong.
have 3? I should have 3. Should
you
I
should
not?
have 3. Yeah.
Okay, so I can
You're
burn
probably
one.
not
And...
wearing your breastplate.
It's not pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not equipped.
Go to equipment and hit active.
Oh. Hi, welcome to.
Which makes you stiff and gives you a
playlist.
-1 to agility.
Yeah, but I upped that.
So it would bring it
Oh,
up to 0.
man. It should, yeah. Okay, that's weird. I'll fix that after.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fun. Okay, so I just knock an armor slot and then I take less damage. How does that work? I
So
forget.
from 19, if you knock an
Okay.
armor slot, it'll reduce it by 3
Okay.
down to 16. There's no point in doing that though,
No,
because
I'm gonna
16
leave
is still
it
within your
because-
severe.
Yeah, 12 is my severe, so I'll just take it.
You take 3 hit points.
And I'm gonna be an angry little frog that's gonna blow things up real soon if this doesn't work.
Speaking of angry and blowing up, you see a bunch of fire illuminate your fog, May, as this elf that she had referred to as Ragran has this violet or this rainbow 5-colored fire that illuminates your fog with wild flame. And we're going to say,
Oh no.
yeah, that's great. Show me potato salad. It's 11 points of fire damage on Billy the goat. I rolled a d4 to see randomly who they're chucking it through the mist at.
Can I burn an armor slot for that?
You can. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 11 goes to 9, which
Yep.
is a minor for myself.
Perfect.
In this time, would we have gotten the hole out and people getting in?
So that's happening as I'm burning through these actions.
Okay.
Yep.
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in!
I hop in.
Yeah.
Same.
They're doing a thing. Kill
And
'em.
I'm gonna get it up and I'm gonna like shove it in my satchel.
Yep.
In the water.
Sploosh.
No, I wouldn't like it wouldn't be like a sploosh. It would be like a sneakily in the water.
May
There's no splashes.
seductively slides into the pool with old Croaker there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go in and like totally
there.
underneath because I'm amphibious. So
Yeah.
Oh hey there.
Carly, I'm going to need a... You know, this is totally going to be a... You know, I'm going to call this a strength check for you.
Why strength?
Because
I'm simply getting in the water. I'm not strong.
you are.
Little
is
frog muscles.
Freezing, and under normal D&D rules, which the module was originally made for, it requires a Constitution saving throw to not freeze to death.
Ah,
No.
crap. Okay.
Daggerheart doesn't do anything related to Constitution or like being strong enough to do a thing.
Okay.
So we're just gonna call it. We're gonna call it strength.
All right. Come on, fire frog.
Is there anything you want to do to try and make this better for yourself? Your friends can't help you; they're in a hole.
I don't know what else I can do.
You tell me.
Wrap yourself in blankets.
It's not gonna do
Do
anything.
you
I don't
have
think.
what are your grimoires?
My what?
Your books? What three do
Oh,
you have?
like I've got Typhar or T-Fair. I don't know how to say that, and then Iliad.
What's your third one?
I only have 2.
Technically,
Should I not only have?
you
just
could have
the-
3.
No, it didn't give me 3. Did it?
Oh, you get to pick another domain card.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Did I screw up? Did I screw something up?
I don't know. I'll have a look at your sheet after the
Yeah.
fact. But
I might be playing with like 1 card less. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feel like can prestidigitation create like a sound?
I would think so. Yeah.
I want to make it like sound like there's like shuffling over in the mist, so it sounds like that we're not gone, that it's like we're shuffling around.
Sounds good.
So I want to do that while I get in the water, and then I rolled, and it was a 13 with hope.
Okay. I'll say that's enough that you don't like immediately like
Okay.
lockjaw freeze.
Twitch chat, enough out of you right now.
I like it. And you descend down into the dark pool with old Croaker, safe with your friends in the book for a few moments.
And I'm gonna try to get. I'm just gonna swim.
And we're gonna fade
I'm a
to black.
frog.
Because
I hope I didn't kill us, you guys.
no, you're fine.
No, it's just
We're running a little late, so we're gonna call that a wrap for tonight.
Okay. Okay.
yay.
Was that a dumb plan?
That's a great
No,
plan. It was an
it was a
amazing
great plan.
You
You
didn't
don't
really
have to
get
rely on that frog that could turn on us if your face gets fucked
Yeah.
up, or
Because it was
if
either
you
that or
command
I was just
to.
gonna go more fire.
No, that was a great,
No, this
All
was
of the
great.
fire.
brilliant.
So scheduling wise, I'm just gonna pull this up quick because we've
Ash
got
encourages me to burn things.
let's
He's
see
a good
here.
friend.
I got you. I got you.
Today's the 29th. We've got another game technically scheduled for the 6th, but Danny's not here.
No, that was
Nope.
Amanda.
Man is not here. You've got
Yep. Spouse
Glorious
surprised us with
vacations.
a vacation.
Hey, it's all good. And then on the 13th, Danny's not here.
Correct.
All right. So we've got 2 weeks to fill in. So next Monday we'll probably play some Stardew or something. We'll figure something out. But we'll be back on the
20th.
so we've got a
Yep.
break on May 20th. It's scheduled.
Oh,
It's my
yeah.
birthday, but I'm down to play some D&D on my birthday. That'll be a good time.
Okay.
Are you sure?
As long as everybody else, yeah, I'm good. I can
If-
do what I want. It's my birthday.
If something comes up or something gets planned, that's an insta drop. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I know it's May long. Is that okay with everyone?
If everybody
fly
else is
back in.
around,
Yeah.
That should be fine.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything for my birthday because my sister-in-law is getting married. It's gonna be a good time.
Nice.
I'm going camping the next weekend. It'll be good fun for the whole family. So
I currently have no plans.
yeah, you
Me
guys
either.
all level up to 3, and I realize it's
Yay.
late, so we're not going to do that on stream, but we can do that either together before the next game or individually throughout the week.
Okay.
We should find somebody to raid out to. Let's see who's currently playing. Neon Lights roleplay is going right now.
Neon light. Right.
Let's see. Oh, maybe they're not live anymore. Weird. Let's see. DG Online, I think, is still here. D20 House. Let's raid out to D20 House. That seems like they're playing a My Hero Academia D&D stream right now. So
Fun.
that seems like a reasonable way to go. Thank you guys for stopping by. And for everybody who came to say hi at Calgary Expo this weekend. It was good. Saw a lot of cool people in cosplay and having a good time. Got to meet Astarian. It was a good, and the Little Mermaid. It was a good time. We're gonna raid out to our D20 house folks. If you're in the Calgary area, this coming weekend we're going to be at the Airdrie Public Library, putting on a couple of workshops, teaching folks how to get into streaming, how to set up podcasting for their own channels or for businesses, anything they're looking to do. We're also going to be running a couple pickup public games. I think there's 3 or 4 DMs showing up for it. You'll see a couple of familiar faces, whoever ends up coming with me. So let's raid. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. It was fun.
Thank you.
Awesome game.
It's a
Good night,
legend.
guys.
It's a legend in the making of Flambe May.
Fire frog.
Fire Frog. Love it. And we're raiding
Fire
out
Frog.
in 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Guys. Good night.
Bye.